Okay. You guys are in the guild hall. In the Barrens. Gearing up to head to the Jasper Kingdom. The members of the party who are not part of this quest are planning to accompany anyway, which means that you'll all be making the trip. Travel time will come out of everybody, including downtime, because that's how time works. So, yeah, I guess all 12 of you are gearing up to head to the Jasper Kingdom for the first time. About a 2-day trip. So, you're going to leave in the morning, and we'll get there tomorrow night.
Good.
Figure out the provisions. You should be good for food, because you've got at least 2 people who can create food. Create food feeds 6 people. That does leave the tiger out. 2 create foods will not include. We'll end up leaving 1 person out. Oh no, wait! You have a vampire, so it works.
Yeah.
2 create foods is 12 people. Victor's left out, but Victor can't eat food anyway. Victor has to drink blood once a week, so I'll assume that he went about doing that.
Yeah.
beforehand. Yeah, you're good. So you've got create food between Oona and Gron doing create food. Your food's covered. You have infinite water with a decanter. You've got hot weather outfits. So, people who are in metal armor will not be able to benefit from the hot weather outfit. So endure elements would be needed, or they'd have to switch out of their armor.
Tath is fine switching out of her armor because she's got liquid armor, so she can put it on in 1 turn if she needs.
Right.
So.
Okay, so Tath can just
So-
not wear it. Yeah.
I can prep if I fill all of Una's spell slots with endure elements. I can do 12 people.
Well, we don't need 12 endure elements. We've got hot weather clothes for people without armor.
All right,
Well,
let's
I
see
mean-
here.
Since I'm just gonna be re-prepping my spells the day before I do the thing anyway, I might as well.
We don't know
you
what's
never-
going to happen on the way there, though.
Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen. So let's see
True.
what we actually need.
We have seen a lot of sandworms.
How much fire resist do you have, Dahlgren?
Much fire resistance do I
Yeah,
have?
I know you have it, motherfucker.
Well, I have heat acclimate, so I treat heat effects as if they're 1 less extreme on the scale. And on top of that, I also have.
Okay, that'll do it. No, the
4
heat
fire
acclimate will do it.
resistance.
Okay, so Dahlgren doesn't need anything because he has heat acclimate. Tath can just take her armor off. And then we've got, I think it just leaves Victor and Freya. So really just Victor and Freya need endure elements, and everyone else can just wear a hot weather outfit. Because Dahlgren has like a ancestry thing, and Tath's armor can be put back on as an action. So
Alright, I can endure elements once for either Freya or Victor. I can be the air conditioner for.
yeah, so basically Oona and Gron each do create food and each do 1 endure elements, and you're good.
Sounds great.
All right, seems like you guys have things set up. Now, for travel, I'm going to assume you guys are camping at night, moving during the day, doing watch orders. Unless I'm told otherwise, I'm assuming you're moving at a normal pace, as opposed to moving slowly to be more attentive of your surroundings, or moving more quickly and fatiguing yourselves. I'm going to assume you're moving at an ordinary pace.
Okay. Yeah, I see no need to
unless-
wear ourselves out.
Unless you guys tell me you're hustling or traveling defensively would be the term for it, which is half speed in order to be very cautious of your surroundings and like always looking out for trouble. So are you guys agreed upon moving at ordinary speed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So for travel in the desert, we're gonna have a lot of these quests. I don't want to necessarily lose an hour on like travel every time, so I'm gonna like just roll circumstance for the days you're traveling, and days where nothing happens, I'm just gonna glide right on past them with some narration. I'm just gonna be like, you guys traveled 2 days in the desert, and then this happened. Just skip to events. Think of it like a TV show or a movie. They don't literally show the heroes just walk for like 7 hours.
They'll have
They
a
skip to
montage
when-
of it like for a couple seconds at a time. To
They
show,
skip to
yeah.
when some shit happens. So that's how I'm gonna DM travelers. We're gonna skip to when shit actually happens. And basically, I just need to know how you guys are traveling, and so I know you've got create food, 2 endure elements, Tath be out of armor. I know that you guys are gonna have a watch order. You're gonna travel during the day at normal speed, stop at night.
Well,
You
the
got-
watch order will. Victor will just volunteer to be the watch order.
Yeah. So basically, I have all the information that I need to handle it when something does happen. I've got access to all your perception bonuses. So I'm. Is everyone cool with going forward handling travel this way? Just kind of automating it a little bit.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Very nice. Alright, so you guys are gonna go. You're gonna go get on some sand striders, and you're gonna hit the desert. Now, right off the bat, I do actually need some checks. In order to command an animal, it is a nature check. Because everyone's going, I actually need 12.
Okay.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, that's nature.
This is just to
Oh,
see if
boy.
anyone holds the group up, basically.
Tath might. Let's see. Oh, okay. Tath doesn't feel so bad anymore.
Basically, the pace of the group will be defined by the
Oh.
slowest person.
Jeez.
Even Victor did
I
better.
love the 3. It's almost like you guys can stop rolling. I don't know if anyone will beat that. Like, alright, so as you guys start to ride out, Oona is having some trouble controlling her chicken. It's kind of like it keeps veering off the path and stuff. Dolgren is basically dragging behind his, and Zara is no longer mounted and chasing on foot, like trying to catch up with it. She can
Blasted
get back
bird!
on it.
Four-legged feather tarnation, go that way.
Come back here, we're gonna have rotisserie tonight!
Oh, stay with the others! Stay with the others! Come on!
I'm trying!
So the result is the group is significantly delayed, which is to be expected with such a large number of people with different skill levels with animals. It ends up taking you guys a bit longer than ordinary. You definitely lose some time as a result of some of the team members. Let's see here. Who crit it?
Yeah, Regal.
What? Why? Yeah, Regal. Regal rolled pretty well.
And not as good as Kron, so slow and slow.
Not as good as Freya, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Freya smashed
because a pretty decent number of people did quite well, they're able to kind of compensate a little bit, like help the others.
Sorry, get on your fucking bird.
I'm if I can catch the damn thing!
Yeah. So the first day of travel goes uneventfully, aside from the problems with the mounts. By the time you guys make camp, you didn't get quite as far as you were hoping, but you did make progress. Day 2 is about more of the same. You don't run into any encounters or any sort of problems. And by the time you make camp at the end of day 2, you should have been at the kingdom by now, but unfortunately the group just wasn't competent enough with their mounts to make it. You lost time. So the next morning you set out again, and it's actually it's something like 3 in the afternoon day 3 that you start to see the Jasper Kingdom coming up. So you lost maybe like 5 to 8 hours fucking around trying to control the mounts. Alright, so in the distance you see some structures that have been kind of built out of the sandstone. It's sort of nestled in between 2 large dunes. These orange rooftops going off into the distance. It's a pretty big place, but it's very flat. So it's almost like they kind of dug a trench down into the desert. So these rooftops are almost level with the desert, and so all the buildings like go down. And as you hit the slope and start to kind of go down the slope into the Jasper Kingdom, you see there's lots of goblins doing all sorts of things, playing goblin games like Throw the Bone and
Dodge bone.
so, yeah, classic game. There's some goblin architects who have some dry pieces of dry wood that they're kind of like shoving into the sand, and then they're like putting mud around it to try to hold it together. A lot of structures are very rudimentary. They don't look like they'd hold up super well under acclimate weather, but it is a desert, so they don't exactly get storms out here. So they don't really need the stuff to hold together too well. If this place was ever under siege or something, though, it would probably just fall the fuck apart. It's basically toothpicks and mud is like what all of it's made out of. So it's not tough. Like you could kick one of these buildings really hard and you might bring it down.
Well, Zarth, we can certainly appreciate their idea of digging downwards. So if there is any harsh wind, it just blows right over top.
That's exactly right. Yeah, if it weren't for that, these buildings probably would have gone down. But because the Jasper Kingdom is all basically below desert level, it kind of keeps it out of harm's way to an extent.
Clever.
So as the party approaches, so something that looks kind of like a Goblin Militia comes to greet you. There's a bunch of goblins in loincloths, but you can tell they're the militia because they're all wearing buckets on their heads. All like differently shaped headgear that have been salvaged from one thing or another. Like one of them looks like it might have been a pauldron from like a person's armor. One of them definitely was literally a bucket that they cut eye holes in. That's kind of the expected level of quality you're looking at here. But the leader of this ragtag militia looks like this. Stop there, heroes! That's far enough.
I think we'll stop.
I understand you have business in our fair city. Know this? Well aware of your guild's disrespect for our kind. And I, General Madog, shall not turn a blind eye to your treachery. I'll be watching you like something with very good eyesight the entire time that you're here. Don't you be trying anything.
Tath kind of sighs and like moves her bird to the side a little bit and like motions for Oona and Regal to come towards the front so he can see that we have goblins in our party.
Yeah, there are token goblins.
Without saying anything, just.
Some of my best friends are goblins.
We promised we'll be on our best behavior.
All right then.
Some of us. Sorry.
Let me know if you see anyone doing any sort of funny business and the law around here.
Well, of course, some of us are just here to relax, and we can do so much easier knowing that good men like yourself are here to protect us.
Good.
Over her shoulder to the rest of the party, Tath say, "Hear that, everyone? On your best behavior."
Like always.
He'll march away. Alright, well, you guys are in the Jasper Kingdom. This is probably where the party will split. We'll handle downtime with these guys later. Are you guys cool with basically the other 8 people just going off to do their thing?
Yeah.
In the Jasper Kingdom?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we'll get with them later.
It's like when your group ends up at Cedar Point and they all want to ride different rides. They all
Yeah.
came together and they all just...
Yeah, the people who aren't on this quest disperse. Alright, so you are expected to meet with your campaign manager. You have directions to where to find him as well.
Hey, come on, guys. I'm so excited. Do you think I'll actually win?
Well, let's hope.
I have foreseen that we will.
I don't know what they expect you to do, for the week as their leader, but
Whatever it is, I'm sure you'll be great at it.
I hope so. I'm kind of nervous.
So as you guys are traveling along to head to your destination, you soon discover that what you're heading towards looks an awful lot like a big coliseum or arena. When you arrive, the Goblin Ticketmaster sees you and goes, "Oh, Oona and company?
Oona and company.
Axel has been expecting you. Here." And he tears off a little piece of paper that he's scribbled something on it that is not legible in any language, much less Goblin, and hands it to you. You'll find him in the second box at the top.
Thank you.
Enjoy the show.
That man must be the Coliseum doctor, he writes, so,
Una's kind of skipping towards it. Just very excited.
Alrighty. See. Oh, no, go ahead.
it casts mage armor, that's all.
Alright. Alright, so you head up into the box overlooking the Coliseum, and you find there are 4 seats laid out, and there's also this goblin sitting among them. So there's 5 seats including his in this upper box.
Then we'll kind of walk on and be like,
Hey, are you Axel?
That I am. A pleasure to meet you, little lady.
Pleasure to meet you too. I'm Oona.
Axel. And good to meet the rest of you as well.
My name's Raye.
I'm Tath.
Pleasure.
Wonderful. Here, take your seats. I have some sensitive information to share with you. I've chosen this venue because the fights can get pretty loud. It would be hard for someone to listen in on us up here.
Ah, okay.
A prudent thought.
Well, as you're aware, I was hoping that you would be willing to rule our quaint little kingdom for a week. But there's a little bit more going on than that. As I said, we should wait for the games to begin to be safe.
And what do you expect from your help?
Just to win the election.
But to what end?
As I said, it'll be a lot safer to talk once the fight starts. So just settle in and be comfortable.
Alright, understandable.
This guy's paranoia is getting a little intense. I just cast I don't know why I clicked twice. Non-detection on myself.
Okay. So after a brief delay, you see this fellow enter the arena, and he puts his arms up, and everyone cheers, and he goes, "Before our fight today, ladies and gentlemen, your illustrious King Rump has a few words." And then a bunch of goblins carry this guy into the arena on like a palanquin and set him down. And he goes, Oh, my subjects. Tremendous day. Incredible. Wonderful fight we have for you today. These are good fighters. They're good. Believe me when I tell you, I know good fighters. These are tremendous fighters. And, you know you can trust me when I tell you. Because I've been around and people say, King Rump, you pick the best fighters. And I can't argue with them at all. That's what they say.
Is his first name Ronald?
Oh boy, that moment when Overworld made a political statement.
No, they're just goblins. I don't know what you're talking about, Mark. No, you believe, all of you enjoy this tremendous fight today. And then the goblins pick him up and they kind of carry him out.
I'd vote for him.
The announcer, very loudly, is like, "Today our fight will be between two gladiators. In the left ring, we have Jojobo!" And this guy comes out.
What a snozzer on that one.
In the right corner, we have Bobo Joe! And then Bobo Joe comes out. So it's Jojobo versus Bobo Joe. Here we go. Alright, so they start having a great little gladiatorial fight. And it's good and loud, so now Axe can kind of talk to you guys in confidence while Jojobo and Bobo Joe are fighting. Yeah. Alright. Well then, says Axel. He kind of speaks up because it's, the fighting is very loud and people are cheering. That man you saw down there was King Rump. The one before was Swix, his campaign manager. King Rump has ruled our kingdom for the last 6 weeks. We hold a weekly election and he hasn't lost yet. His policies are disastrous. The place is falling apart under his rule, but he has a very small, extremely vocal and devoted camp of followers who will always vote for him. On top of that, I suspect voter fraud. Have any of you heard Greyskin?
We have.
He's out there in the wastes, uniting the wild tribes. I suspect he has agents conducting voter fraud, manipulating our election to make sure we have a weak leader. It'll make it easier for him to conquer the place. That's
Disturbing.
why you're here. It doesn't matter much to me what you do during your rule. It's more of a symbolic thing. He's got such a long winning streak. It can be hard to get an incumbent out of office when he's got that kind of history behind him. What we need is to show the people that he can lose. It's more about the principle of the thing. If we can uncover the voter fraud, get you to win the election, we break his streak and we also break the people's confidence in his legitimacy at the same time.
Okay. I think I understand.
Once you're queen, I don't know, just try to be a good queen for a week, but what it's really about is just getting King Rump out of the chair and uncovering his connection to Greyskin. Now there are some goblins in the kingdom that support him despite his incompetency, and they're a pretty vocal bunch. But there's not enough of them to explain how he keeps winning. I'm certain that Greyskin has to be involved.
Okay. And that would not be good at all. Is there anything else you can tell me about him? Like, does he have levels? Like, does it seem to be any logical reason he might be winning besides, obviously, cheating?
Pretty sure it's cheating. Other than his small devout camp, I suspect a lot of people who do vote for him are also fans of Greyskin. Greyskin has a pretty big following out there in the Waste. basically building an autocratic empire under himself out of not just the wild tribes, but also awakened goblins as well. Pretty much anyone who will follow him. He's trying to build a nation as well. But the nation he's trying to build has very different values than ours, and is one that has no interest in allying with the allied kingdoms. He's building a very aggressive nation that will probably start to try to expand into neighboring lands once he's got it all put together. But step 1 on his checklist would be taking out the Jasper Kingdom. He wants all goblins to be under his rule. He wants full control over them.
No,
Fall-
what is your? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What is your plan then to get us elected?
Well, I'm your campaign manager, so I'll do everything I can to, get Oona in front of the people, give her every opportunity to make her case. We have an election every week, so this is a pretty quick process. Basically, the election is in about 3 days, not including today. So you have that much time to investigate the voter fraud, and also to try to win over as many votes as possible for Oona. It's up to you guys how to allocate your resources, but I must emphasize this. This is a non-violent situation. Just attacking King Rump or his campaign manager is not an option. We need to uncover the corruption, and we need to beat him in the election. If you guys, I don't know, do what heroes do and just take him out, you gotta understand that it's more about the principle of beating him in the election than actually. They'll just find another figurehead, like that won't do anything, like that's not a solution. So this is
Of course, we understand.
this is going to require some critical thinking and strategy on your part.
Well,
Yeah.
you can take it from me, Cleric of Vignasaw and a true pacifist. We will not just fight him.
I appreciate that. That would not be in the spirit of this quest. Quest is to uncover the voter fraud and win the election.
And besides, if we just beat him up, I would get to be queen for a week.
True.
So
Alright,
we'll get behind this and we'll solve it. I promise. We'll get him out of office and make that point.
so that I can start getting to work on your campaign, do you mind if I ask you a few questions, Oona?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Question 1. The Jasper Kingdom's infrastructure is faltering because we build all of our houses out of mud. We don't have access to more lumber or stone because the Crimson Kingdom and the Emerald Kingdom pretty much have control over all of the forests and the highland. We basically just have sand. What would you propose as a solution to our infrastructure problem?
Oh, that's a good one. Well, there's a lot of monsters around here. Perhaps we can start using more bones from the large monsters
I like it.
to try to reinforce the buildings. Use them as stabilizers.
All right, yeah. That'll also hold up really good with a lot of the Mad Max crowd. We got a lot of those folks. But bone buildings, that'll definitely win you some votes. Okay, let's see here. More on policy. So, we have a growing tension between goblins whose ears point up, which comprise a lot of our law enforcement, and goblins with down-pointing ears, many of which are in low-income communities.
Oh my god.
How would you address these growing tensions between our two communities?
Well, I would just try to convince everyone that, regardless of which way your ears are, we're all just goblins here.
That's a very optimistic outlook. Thank you, Oona.
You're just asking Gwen to solve all of the modern day political issues now. It's like, how do we solve this? Go.
Alright, last question. If you had to come up with a slogan or catchphrase for your campaign that I could put on posters and whatnot, what would it be?
My own slogan?
Yeah, like Oona for Queen, like something. What's your slogan? What encapsulates what you would bring to the Jasper Kingdom as our leader?
Well, I'm a cleric, so I'm kind of a healer. But
Queen Oona, here to heal our nation.
yeah, there we go. That sounds
Yeah.
nice.
I'm a campaign manager for a reason. All right, I'm gonna get to work making the posters and stuff. I'm gonna go talk to the press for you. You know, butter them up a little bit before you have to deal with that. The paparazzi are a little bit nuts, especially when they're hungry. Anyway, so yeah, just I don't know. The four of you kind of figure out your strategy, allocate your resources, figure out what you want to focus on when. Like I said, you got today. It's about 4 in the afternoon or whatever, so you got a little bit of daylight left, and the election is going to be like 3 days from now. So you have today, you have the rest of today, and then you have tomorrow, and the next day, the day after that will be voting. So you've got like 72 hours, pretty much, to run your campaign and investigate Swix and King Rump. So I'll leave you guys up here to kind of formulate your plans. I'm gonna get to work right away. Like I said, like kind of getting your campaign rolling for you. And here, and he gives you his address. Like, you'll be able to find me here if you have any questions or need any more help. And I'll be with you tomorrow for a press conference.
All right, that sounds good.
And then the day after tomorrow, there'll probably be a standing debate between you and King Rump.
Oh, that'll be good.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh god.
So be ready for the press conference tomorrow, and then the debate the day after that. And the day after that will be the election. So there you go. That's
Okay.
your.
I don't know how I'm supposed to debate with someone. Una's looking down now, like not so sure about this. I'm supposed to argue with him. I don't want to argue with someone.
It'll be right, Oona. You won't have to hurt him. You'll just have to verbally battle.
A debate isn't so much an argument as a airing of both sides of an issue. They give you time, he has his time to talk. And ideally, neither of you talks over the other.
So here's the itinerary. Day 1 being tomorrow, because it's like 4 in the afternoon. Today isn't on the itinerary because there's not enough like hours left in the day for it to be a thing. You've got time to like do some stuff, but start tomorrow will be like the full campaign will start with the press conference and the debate and then the vote. So
Well, guys, I think we should spend the rest of the day trying to look into if Greyskin has any part of this election.
And where do you suspect that we begin that investigation?
I don't know. Maybe we could talk around. He's got that his campaign manager. Maybe if you talk to him, you might be able to, I don't know, get something.
Tath's watching the fight and is like, wow, these guys are good.
it's very exciting, right? Exciting, riveting. Who's gonna win, Bobo Joe or
Oh,
Jojo
that was a
Bo?
good move.
Yeah.
He almost got him there.
Alright, I'm gonna stop fucking with that. I'll just let you guys talk now.
KL, you're pretty good at like talking to people, right?
I would like to think so.
Well, maybe you should try to go talk to him. Say you're like a fan or something. I don't know.
Can you remind me which goblin again did you want me to talk?
The campaign manager for the current king.
Okay. I mean, if I can find him, I'll try to get a word in.
Here's an idea. What if KL went trying to pretend like he was turning against us, just to get in on their good side and try to get an in on their operations.
Oh.
Do I look like someone that would betray my own group? I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could pull that off. I'm just so trustworthy looking.
If you looked like somebody that would betray the group, would we keep you around? You don't have to look like somebody who betrays somebody just to betray, in order to betray them.
I mean, it is hard to get an 11-to-1 majority when you run 3 characters, but I understand what you're talking about.
King Rump.
I'm just getting all the handouts shared.
So many goblins.
I mean, look at that campaign manager. He looks sleazy as fuck.
He's got gold teeth. He mean business. So you want me to act as like a double agent?
Yeah, maybe act like you're not really into the whole idea of Oona being elected here. Maybe say like she's so useful to the party, you fear if she gets elected once, she might get elected again and again, and we might never get her back. So you're doing this out of interest for the party. It'll be a reasonable way to approach it, I think.
I'll give it my best here.
Let me just see if you can get any information out of them while you're embedded. But yeah,
Alright,
double agent.
Alright, I'll do some poking around. Should we have like a rendezvous point if I don't see you again?
You can communicate with us through the guild interface.
Oh, I always forget that's a thing. So smart.
Tath rolls over like, yeah, the whole party seems to forget that's a thing, especially when they need to check in.
I'll keep that in mind. Alright, I'm gonna go try to find the campaign manager then.
Alright, so Kale's going to do that, leaving the 3 of you. I just want to have an idea of what everyone's doing, you know? Because that's like one thing that one person's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I would kind of like to maybe go around Jasper Kingdom and try to see how people are feeling about him in the situation. In general, you know, regardless of his fan club.
Or talk with people, introduce yourself, let them know who you are.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Sounds good, yeah.
Put a face to the name.
Okay. My concern is that by being a potential challenge to his rule, he might see you as a threat, and there might be some targeting of you behind the scenes. So I'd like to stay close to keep you protected if I can.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, so Kale goes to talk to Swix. Oona and Tath are going to go talk to the people. Yeah, I know, this is crazy thunder right now. I'm going to call a break in a sec here once I figure out what everyone's doing. So Tath is just basically going to be the Secret Service in this quest.
Basically.
Get down, Mr. President! Yeah.
Jump in front of a bullet for her.
So, does Raye want to do anything?
I mean, I can't really think of anything special to do, so I'll just hang out with Tath and Oona.
Okay. Alright, you're just gonna chill with them. Cool.
Yeah.
So it's basically the 3 of you are gonna go talk to the town, get the sentiment, while Kale goes on a secret solo mission to talk to the opposition. So great. Although we just started, I want to call a break because there is crazy thunder over here, and we got a warning on our phone. So I want to just see what the fuck's going on. I want to take a sec and take stock of what's. I mean, it is Carolina, so I don't know if there's gonna be a tornado or not. Probably not. But yeah, I wanna take a moment to Google what's going on over here.
No problem.
So,
No problem.
All right. 5-10 minute break.
All right. Sounds good.
And we'll come back. Yep. So, Kale.
That's me.
You're just in the Jasper Kingdom. You've split off from the main group with a personal mission. To give you a refresher, your plan was to go and speak with the opposition for the upcoming election. See what you can learn. I don't know. You guys bounce some ideas. I'm not sure exactly what you landed on. If you were going to try to get in with them, or just trying to learn about them, or what. But I
Okay.
know that was what you were up to. I don't remember exactly the extent or details of your plan. Just that it involved going to meet with the opposition.
You're me either. I guess we'll just swing it. So I guess I'll just ask around and look for the campaign manager of King Rump. Is that his name? King Rump?
King Rump, yeah.
Yeah, I'll look for the campaign manager of King Rump.
All right. So,
Which his name is
Swix.
Mr. Sizwick.
Do you want to use your assurance diplomacy to gather that information?
Sure.
Okay. So what's your proficiency modifier? Are you trained in it or expert?
In diplomacy, I am trained, so it's just 9, so 19.
So 19. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you managed to kind of talk to some people. Sizwix has been a pretty successful campaign manager since he's won 6 elections so far for King Rump. He's been king for 6 weeks. So
That's a long time. We need to get that guy out of there.
yeah, it's 6 terms, 1 week each. So it moves quick. Jasper Kingdom politics are very fast. So yeah, you find out where his base is kind of set up,
Okay.
and when you get there, it kind of looks like the rest of everything. It's mud and sticks and tattered ceiling, rags, ropes. Very kind of unstable, dusty. It doesn't really look much nicer than the rest of it. It is pretty big. He's staying in a pretty big place, though.
He's got a big shithole compared to the other people's.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. Yeah.
How exciting! I'll think to myself, quaint. Do I knock, or are they afraid it'll blow the door down? Hello?
You-
I was just like yelling for the
You
door.
announce yourself by huffing and puffing, I believe.
I'll huff and puff my way into the room.
Okay. How are you supposed to be? Yeah, he opens the door.
I'll speak in Goblin and say, greetings to Swix. I'm here on behalf of a mutual friend of...
Alright, he'll respond in Goblin. Ah! Well, then come on in.
Very good.
Well, what is that accent? Is that Asia?
It sure is.
Huh. I didn't know they taught Goblin over there.
Yeah, I didn't quite learn it in the Azure Kingdom. I learned it, when I spent a little bit of time with our mutual friend. I went on a bit of a summer sabbatical with, Raye. I'll just, like, say this as I'm, like, walking in and, you know, looking around and be like, yeah, on behalf of, Greyskin. I keep wanting to say Grayscale, but that's a disease in Game of Thrones. Greyskin. I'm here to discuss, making sure the plans are still in action. He's very nervous about this new up-and-comer. We just want to make sure we're aligned here. What can you tell me?
Sizwix shuts the door. There's a few goblins in here. They're all pretty well armed.
Okay.
He looks at you with narrow eyes. His smile is gone. He says, I don't know what you're playing at here, pal, but Greyskin is an enemy of this nation.
I would expect nothing less, of course, from the PR manager. Of course he's an enemy of the nation. But we're not worried about that. I'm not asking about his political status. I'm just making sure that that our person currently in charge is going to remain that way. So what can you tell me? I'm gonna use my little divination wingy dingy to see what I roll.
Okay, you got 32.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
You rolled a 19, yeah. So he goes, he comes over to you and he says, you know, I could have you charged with treason for being a spy on behalf of Greyskin. You know what they do with war criminals here in the Jasper Kingdom? I'll tell you what, we may be a lot more civilized than the wild tribes, but we kept some traditions, mainly for dealing with folk like you.
Your empty threats do not scare me. I could pop your guard's brain like an orange. Our mutual friend wouldn't enjoy you speaking to his most prized emissary like that.
I've never heard of you. Alright, come on. He opens his office.
Alright, I'll follow him in.
Alright. As you're going in, he takes out a crossbow and he casually shoots both his guards between the head, between the eyes, and they both like fall dead on the floor.
Oh.
You some kind of fucking imbecile? Not everyone's in on this shit. Those guys are decent guards. Why do you have to go and make me kill them?
I assumed they would be in on it, but I'm sure you can find
Fucking elves, you're such a moron. You know how hard it is to find good help?
And I'm sure it's incredibly hard. I'll
I
be
mean,
sure to put it.
they weren't that good. They died to a crossbow shot, but like
I'll be sure to put it in my report to have you compensated for your 2 help there.
good. Alright, come sit down. So since when is Greyskin working with any non-goblins? It's the first I've heard of this.
Well, you see, I've been a plant in some time here. He's taken a little bit of interest in my party as of late. You see, I've been in cahoots here with the guild for a little bit, but he seems to have grown quite aware and frustrated with my party. He's already sent some assassins after us, and
Thunder, right?
that's the one.
Yeah.
So that's why he's working with non-goblins, because he already has an in.
Alright, makes sense. So you're our plant in Thunder.
Yep.
So what news do you bring? You said you had some information for me?
Yes. Recently our party has taken out a local band of goblins, which I don't really feel like their loss was really that mandatory. The Grayskull didn't have much of a Greyskin. I keep getting a mixed up. Whatever one's not the disease in Game of Thrones. didn't have much use with them. But he definitely has something big. It's a little bit above your pay grade, but if you help us with this matter, making sure King Grump, whatever his face is elected again, then, sorry, my goblin is just not very. I haven't used my goblin quite some time, so my apologies. Yeah. So anyway, if you prove yourself worthy, I will be sure to let our Lord know how much of a help you've been. And we will let you know. It'll be in your pay grade. I will promise you we'll tell you the...
First of all, I don't appreciate being talked down to by some scarecrow knife ear from the Asia Islands, alright? Things work differently over here. Secondly, who the hell calls him my lord? Are you kidding me? Is that some elf thing? Nobody calls him that.
Yes, it is elf customs, correct.
He leans in, really narrowing his eyes. Alright. Well, you're really strange, friend, but I guess it's good for us to have an in with Thunder.
Yes, of course. Now please, I'm growing bored of this conversation. Tell me what I want to know.
What? Refresh my memory. What did you ask me?
What is your plan to make sure that King, not Trump, is going to stay in office? How are you going to defeat the other goblin in my party?
Oh, it's the usual.
Voter fraud?
Yeah. I mean, they just write their votes on a piece of paper and put it in a big fucking barrel. And, like, all the guys who are in charge of counting are my guys, so we just say whatever the hell number we want.
Okay, and are they as trustworthy as the guards back there? Are they in on it, or are they just...
No, they're a lot better than that. They know what's going on. Yeah.
Alright, anything else besides that that I should know about? I want to be very thorough in my report, because he's very concerned that his plan, might be a little bit thrown off if she does win.
That doesn't
So
sound a lot like Greyskin to me, and he already knows what we've been doing over here. It's not
He's
like we've
just double
changed tactics.
he wants to see if there's anything new we can try to defeat her. Do you have a new thing that you haven't tried before? Well, let's try something a little bit big.
What do you mean bigger? I mean, it's worked every time. What are we worried about?
Well, I don't know if any of the competition has really been up to the par that Oona is. She's very charismatic and very goody two shoe.
It doesn't matter. We just say that King Rump won and then we win. What are you talking about? The election isn't even a thing. We're just gonna say whatever number we want. We'll make it close. We'll make it believable, right? He'll win by like a couple points or something.
Okay. All right. Very good. I'm being very thorough. All right. Especially when it comes to Thunder. Mr. Gray, my lord, does not want anything to slip through the cracks this time. I'm just being thorough. Word that you probably don't use much Goblin. All right, thorough.
God, you're really fucking weird. And you're really, really suspicious.
I would hope so.
Okay, well.
Seems like everything is in order. I will make sure that everything goes along well on our side. But we appreciate your loyalty to our Lord. Thank you.
That's right.
I will fill out this in my report. Have a nice day.
Alright.
And again, sorry about the guards.
Yeah. Alright, well.
Alright, I'll leave.
Do you leave?
Yep.
You've sure stumbled your way through that.
Warming up the old role playing. What I got?
That was. I mean. Alright, meanwhile, with the rest of the party. At the same time, Oona, Tath, and Raye were gonna hit the town and I guess talk to people. And it's been a while. I think you were gonna like kind of get the lay of the land, like get an idea of how people are feeling or something.
Yeah, that's
Something like that.
I think so.
Spread the word of Oona.
Oh yeah, of course, absolutely. So what do you do? What's your first stop? There's like a market. There's like the neighborhoods. There's like the front wall where all the guards are. There's the arena. You have like all kinds of places you could go.
Who's Oona's target audience?
I guess like the neighborhood.
All right, you head to the neighborhood. There's some little goblin kids kicking a rat skull around in the dirt, and you see some goblin parents sitting outside, like supervising. One of them has a spear.
Then we'll go over to the parents and like introduce herself. Be like, "Hello, I'm Oona. I'm new in town. It's nice to meet you guys."
Hi, says one of them in Goblin. Oona, nice to meet you. And they kind of give your companions a look like,
Well, I suppose we'll keep our distance then.
Raye will not.
so I'm guessing Oona speaks Goblin. I think it's
Yeah.
you just do if you're a Goblin. Yeah.
And KL.
Do Tath or Raye speak Goblin?
Tath
No.
speaks Orcish and Halfling. Goblin was one of the languages I was you offered to me, but I was like, no, I'll take these other two instead.
I'm to retrain.
Too much information. The answer was no.
Yeah.
All right, so you have no idea what they're saying. So yeah, Oona, do you have anything else to say to them?
You're like, it's been a long time since I was in the Barrens. I'm part of a guild now, so I was just wondering like what's the thing to do around here? I guess.
The do. Well, I mean, we're sand farmers, so we just kind of farm the sand.
They've got a great
work.
crop this season.
Sand farmers? What?
Sand farmer. Una's like
Yeah.
thinking for a second, like.
Yeah, sand farmers, yeah.
Okay.
Well, that sounds like very hard work and difficult.
It is. You gotta find just the right sand. One of Jasper Kingdom's main exports is glass. If the sand ain't right, you won't have good glass.
Ah, that makes sense. Well, then
we
you
go,
do very
we go out there
important
and
work.
get the best sand.
Well, it sounds like you guys do very important work.
That's right.
Well, if you guys are ever in need of anything, my name is Oona, and I can help out with stuff. So just let me know.
They like look at each other, and then one of them's like, "Okay," like awkwardly. All right.
Raye goes up to Oona.
Huh?
Ask them what they need.
Oh, do you guys need anything?
Well, we've been kind of low on fresh water. The
Oh.
Jasper Kingdom's got 4 wells, but the well on this end has not been doing so good.
Really?
Yeah, something's wrong with it.
Oh, where is it?
And they kind of like point. Like, go over down that way.
Okay. Let me go take a look at that, see if there's anything I can do.
All right. You guys want to head over to the well?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when you get over there, you indeed find a well, kind of made of clay. There's a ramshackle sort of set up over it, where there's like a winch that would pull a bucket up. The bucket is currently at the top, and you could faintly hear some noises down at the bottom of the well, like something moving around down there.
Una will like kind of lean over the edge to like look down. Do I see anything?
You have dark vision, so yeah, absolutely. You see a mummy at the bottom of the well.
Ooh. It's a good thing the well's
Kinda
not working.
just,
Una, like,
splashing
looks over,
around.
and then she puts her head back up. It's like, Tath!
Huh? Tath will walk over. What's wrong?
Like, there's a mummy!
It's just thrashing around down there.
Well, then it's probably a good thing that the well's broken. Otherwise, they'd be drinking water contaminated by that thing.
Yeah, it's more like the mummy's the problem.
Yeah.
They can't get water from the well because there's a fucking mummy down there.
Well, maybe we can get rid of it. That'd certainly solve the problem.
Oh, how do we fight a mummy when it's in a well?
Hmm.
Like, how big is the well?
Yeah, how
I
far
mean,
down is
it's
it?
pretty deep. It's like 50 feet down.
Hmm.
And it's also 5 by 5, so it's literally like the size of the mummy, basically, at the bottom.
Okay.
Well, if you
Hear me-
lower Raye down on a rope, he can just continually cast magic at it.
Oh, there is a bucket.
All right down in the bucket. Yeah, just have 'em puke.
Una like starts to grab the bow of and be like, "Do you think this is a good idea? I can try."
No. That's sort of that's like an emergency.
You may blow the
Thing.
well up.
Yeah, it might
I
make
don't know what
things.
this thing
It
do.
might make things worse. That's sort of something you should save for when we're out of guaranteed to work solutions.
Okay. Well, I guess we have to lower Raye down.
Yeah, this bucket and winch kind of look a little rickety. So I'd like to have it, at least a backup system. Or, well, you've got those wings just in case something goes wrong, right, Raye?
It's not exactly a reaction.
Just ready it. There you go. Ready wings in case of sudden drop.
All right. I'll use my rope to provide a backup just in case this winch fails.
Okay. So you're gonna attach a couple of ropes to Raye, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Alright.
we'll put him in the bucket and start lowering him down.
Start lowering him down.
Just say when to stop.
Just get me to within 30 feet.
This would be like how I deal with a snake in my lawn. I'd be like, I'm gonna get on top of the house so it can't touch me, and I'm gonna throw rocks at it till it's snake taken care of.
Alright, well, you're lowered down. How close do you want to be to the mummy? What's your range?
30 feet is the spell I'm looking to use.
So they lower you 20 feet down.
He's got maggots in his mouth. Ugh.
The mummy starts, flailing around and shit, trying to get to you, but you're 30 feet up and it can't. Once you are within 30 feet of it, however, let's see here. Alright. You need to give me a will save as soon as you come within 30 feet of it.
Oh.
Alright, you're good. You are frightened 1, though.
Oh damn! Even on a crit, jeez.
Yeah, you're frightened 1. Pretty much no matter what. Yeah.
Guys, it's pretty scary down here.
Don't worry, we've got you, Raye.
That's good. No closer.
All right, hold you here.
And Raye will continually cast Divine Lance
Ooh.
at the creature over and over again.
Alright, it's pretty mad. Yeah, I mean, you hit it. I'm checking if there's anything it can actually do to you. So no. So you can actually just lance it to death. It takes a while. Like, it really takes a while.
44 damage a round, basically,
Yeah.
if it hits.
But there's nothing that it can really do about
It is
doing
good
this.
damage if it has weakness to that.
I'm aware. So it takes a long time, and eventually, it finally starts to like slow down a bit. You lance it again, and it slumps against the wall, and then you lance it again, and like the light leaves its eyes, and it becomes like lifeless.
Oh, okay. I think that's it.
It took like, I don't know, half an hour. Well, let me
Continuous casting Divine Lance.
actually, I can tell you right now. What's your bonus to hit?
15. 16.
Your bonus to hit is 16, but you're feared, so it's 15. You're frightened 1, so it's 15, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so 15. So 60%. I'm actually kind of interested to see
Math hammer.
how much this actually will do. And what is it? It's 2d4 plus 4?
44 heightened.
Ah. So,
You only rolled 2d4 in the spell.
But yeah, I haven't updated it in a while.
so that's so okay. And then its health is, I'm going to tell you on average how long it would have taken you.
Science.
That'd still be funny to know exactly how long it takes. Okay, so it's not that bad. It actually takes 20 rounds, so
A couple minutes.
2 minutes, 2 solid minutes of casting it every single round, yeah. On average. That's not too bad. So that's a very long combat, though.
Yeah.
If we were to actually roll that out.
Yeah.
Well, it's one character with only cantrips, so.
Yeah. Alright, well, you finally get him. So now he's just down there, dead.
We're probably gonna want to get rid of that body.
Is it not despawning?
Oh, it would. So yeah, it'll like turn to ash. The water looks kind of purplish and putrid.
Hmm.
That's not good.
Only there was a way to purify food and drink.
Yeah, I brought create food, not purify.
Well, there's always tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll come back tomorrow and fix it.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Alright, so you killed the mummy. He despawned. I forget the mechanics of my own campaign.
Oona will kind of like run back to the people that told her about it.
Okay.
I found out what the problem was in the well. There was
Yeah.
a mummy. It was not nice, but we took care of it. The water's still not safe for right now, but I'll be able to fix it tomorrow. For now, do you have a bucket or something?
Yeah. Here, they give you a
Give-
bucket.
And does it look big enough to hold 2 gallons?
Yeah.
I create water from my hand to spill out into the bucket for them.
Thank you. They're like super happy and grateful.
And tomorrow the well should be back to operational. I just have to prepare that spell. You know how it is.
All right, word begins to spread of your kindness and your exploits. What's the next stop?
Let's hit the market.
Okay. You hit the market. There's a bunch of merchants selling various different things. Bones and hides, questionable meats, sun-dried meats of mysterious origin.
Una's just gonna like be walking around, checking out all the different stalls and stuff, seeing if she finds something interesting.
Okay, I mean they try to sell you all kinds of little knickknacks. They've definitely got a small selection of like magic items and weapons and things that have been kind of salvaged out in the desert. So it's just like any other sort of market where, like, if you were looking for something in particular, you could make a check. Some members of the party are probably here right now, but I'm not going to complicate it with them. Matt, were either of your characters planning to shop during their downtime?
I have no idea if they were. I don't think so. I don't think shopping was on my agenda.
Okay, never mind. I was just going to bring you in.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So cool. So you're in the market. Cool stuff.
If people are trying to sell stuff to Oona, Tath would like whisper down to her, like, it might go a little ways towards, urging them towards your side if you were to buy some things, even if you didn't really need them.
Oh, okay.
You know?
They aren't really being aggressive. They're
Okay.
kind of keeping to their stalls, but but yeah, I mean, you could buy some random goblin knickknacks if you wanted to.
Is there anything that's not just a skull of something?
I mean, there's a lot of bones and hides and meats, and then there's various like little unsundry objects that have been salvaged off of like people who died in the desert. So,
Anyone have like a sandworm tooth or something?
oh, absolutely, yeah. They got a big fucking sandworm tooth. It's like 4 feet tall.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, you want a sandworm tooth?
Yeah. Oona kind of wraps her hands around it. It's like, okay, I want this.
It is 1 gold.
Sold. Thank you.
All right, it's 2 bulk.
Oh god, I'm overcovered.
Tath will carry it for you like the parent carrying the oversized teddy bear that the child won at the carnival.
It's a 4 foot long fang from a worm.
So be carrying and be like, this wasn't quite what I had in mind. Maybe we can mount it at the guild hall or something. Raye, you still got that bag of holding?
Yeah, I sure do actually. You want to stuff it in here?
Unless Oona would like to be seen with this being carried around.
Well, it's cool.
All right,
trophy
I'll
from the last competition she beat. Just
All
right.
right, I'll carry it.
Nah, it's alright if you don't want to.
Well, I mean,
Didn't Raye sell the potency crystal and the glowstone and the chimera parts?
Oh yeah, I need to delete that from the sheet.
Get that shit out of here.
Gone.
Alright. So are you dumping the thing into the bag of holding or not?
Oona?
It's yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, we'll put it in the bag of holding.
Alright, you hear it like land with a little bit of a crunching noise on all the pesh in the bottom of the bag.
Why is there so many drugs in there?
there's just like
They've just
five,
been in there for like ever.
there's like 5 doses of pesh and a worm fang in the bag of holding now.
It's all right. It's aging. It'll increase in quality.
Is that how Pesh works?
I don't know.
It's like a fine wine.
I'm sure there are members of the party that could tell you.
So, what else do you think we should do?
Maybe we should see what anybody around the market needs.
Or see
Get your
what
name out there
or
somewhere.
see what issues are important to them. Like what might sway their vote.
Oona will kind of go up to the merchant who sold her the giant tooth and be like, I'm kind of new in the Jasper Kingdom. Well, not new to the Barrens at least, but what can you tell me about it? This seems like the way the government works is really unique.
Alright, let's get this guy in.
Oh god.
Look at the bunny.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at his leg!
Well, I sell my wares here. It's very good. Jasper Kingdom, haven for all goblin kind. Very lovely place to live. I kill things and then I sell them. It's a very good life. Make me happy. I like to feel the life drain out of them as my hands grasp around their little necks.
Okay, thank you. And Oona just like walks away really quickly.
I'll roleplay the rabbit.
Help me! Help me!
Wait, young lady, did you have any more questions?
No thanks! Free me! No!
No, baby.
Oh my god.
He just takes the rabbit and goes.
So Oona's just gonna start looking around the marketplace. Is there anyone that seems in distress? Can I give you a perception?
It might be.
Yeah, give me a perception.
It might also be good to let people know that you're running for the Decider hat.
I mean, the market seems pretty peaceful at the moment. There's a lot of people here, but no one's really like in trouble or anything. Like,
You there? You look in distress.
I will assist you, whether you like it or not.
No, I will assist you. Do not worry.
Okay. Well, if everything looks fine here, what do you guys say we move on to the Coliseum? Check out things there.
All right,
Sounds good to me.
lead on.
all right, you head over to the Coliseum. Looks like the fight is kind of wrapping up over there. So, you know, a lot of people are leaving. Custodians are sort of cleaning up the area, like sweeping, getting it ready for like the next fight.
How does the Coliseum look? Like, what kind of precision is it in?
It's like stadium seating with
Okay.
some boxes at the top, like balcony sort of seating at the very top for important people.
Is there anything that's broken?
Hmm.
Question asks, is there anything working?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of support beams that look kind of old, and like some of the roof is tattered. There's honestly all sorts of stuff that's kind of messed up.
Okay.
Really, the whole Jasper Kingdom is in disarray. In terms of structural integrity, they are not the leading nation.
Just look at something. What? Okay. So after noticing that. Oh, never mind. Mending fucking sucks in this game. Sorry.
No, don't say that. It's just not extremely powerful.
This fucking sucks is what it is.
It's
I'm
not
sure-
a 10, it's a
You
1.
restore 5 hit points per spell level. Per
Wow.
spell level!
Is it a cantrip?
No!
Oh.
It's a first level spell!
Well, hell.
Wow.
Okay, that is not so good then.
Ugh, I can fix one column. Maybe.
It's not a
Yeah,
ritual.
probably fix a column. Column doesn't have that many health.
It's usually able to
You go
fix the
mid-
mast of our ship.
I will try to find like the column that looks like maybe it's like a almost like a support column, right? Like it's a really important column. And I'll find like whoever seems to be in charge of the arena, or like whoever like the boss around this area, and like if there's anyone that's like head custodian or something, I don't know.
Okay. Well, one of the guys that's cleaning up says, "Oh, if you want to talk to one of the guys in charge, the two brothers who run this place are back there."
Okay.
So,
Then I'll go.
all right. Cool. So when you head back there, Boba Joe is kind of lounging and tending his wounds, and Jojobo is having a tall cup of something hot. And they see you enter, and Jojobo is like, "Hey, what's up?"
Hello. I noticed that one of your support beams was kind of busted. I was wondering if you'd mind if I fix it for you.
That's great. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, I'm just trying to help out while I'm here. My name is Oona, by the way.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Jojobo. This is my brother, Boba Joe.
I saw you guys fight a little bit. You guys are both awesome.
That's what we do. We're the two gladiators of the Jasper Kingdom, and this is our arena.
Wait, you're the only
it.
two?
Yeah.
Gladiators?
Yep. And this is our Coliseum.
Oh.
Wow.
It's a great show. We put on 3 shows a day.
Oh.
Only on weekdays.
I hope
When's
you
your-
don't hurt yourselves too badly.
No, we're fine.
When's your next show?
Our next show will be tonight.
Tonight. Well, I'm very accustomed to helping people fight. I don't really do the fighting myself, though. If you'd like, we can make it an extra special occasion. I could give you guys both a boost. Evenly, of course, so the match will still be even, but you might make you feel even more empowered.
Well, that sounds great. We'd love to do that.
Awesome. What time's your show gonna start?
Being like an hour or so.
Alright, I'm just gonna go fix up that column and I'll be back. Oona skips away.
I think this is going rather well. Getting in good with the people that have influence. Good, great thinking, Oona.
Oh, I just wanted to help the Coliseum.
Well, you're going about it in all the right ways.
Yep, Jojobo and Boba Joe, the joint owners and only gladiators in the Jobo arena.
Jojo Bobo Joe.
Yep.
So I go and
It's basically like medieval times or something,
Mhm.
right? Like they just have a weekly show. I lost Matt's camera.
Huh? Oh.
Oh, there
And
he is.
and the cameras are now out of order, I believe.
Yep, no problem. Let's see.
Got very excited and they unplugged
Cycling
the router.
Jeremy. Cycling Gwen. And we should be good. Yeah, we're good now.
Nice.
My apologies for back.
All right. So, do you guys have anything to do for an hour, or do you want to just kind of wait for the show to get going?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Mending on the
Right.
pillar.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. You fix it right up. It's just like a wooden pillar, so it's enough. Yeah.
Ray's gonna help out Boba Joe with his wounds.
Okay.
He said
He,
he was tending his wounds before, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he kind of has it under control, but you can help a little bit, speed it up a bit. They're both well versed in medicine, but you can definitely assist.
So, Mr. Boba Joe, right?
Bruh.
Oh, nice to meet you. My name's Raye. Let me help you out with that. So,
Jojo says, my brother only speaks Goblin and not a lot of Goblin, so sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. Well, I just wanted to help out however I could. I was curious, what do you guys do for fun?
I mean, this.
Oh, this must be really exciting for you then to be able to do this all the time.
Yeah, we're entertainers. It's a living.
Do you wish there was anything better around here that you could do? Any things that you wish were improved about the kingdom?
Yeah, it's really hot.
Mm.
I wish it wasn't
Yeah.
so hot.
Is it the sun that's hot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that the Allied Kingdoms had figured that out. That the heat comes from the sun. I thought they were ahead of us on that stuff. That's
Well, I wasn't
surprising.
sure if it was still hot in the shade or
He's
if it
being genuine. He actually is like, wow, I didn't know we were ahead of you guys on that science.
Me smart.
We smart.
Yeah, I mean it's cooler in the shade, but it's hard to get shade reliably. We put up all these tarps and stuff on our roofs, but they don't really hold together too well. The wind comes through and blows them away or rips them up sometimes.
I see. Okay.
Boba Joe goes, "Mwah." And
Yeah.
Jojo says, my brother also says that the socioeconomic situation over in the marketplace is a little bit dysfunctional. He feels like there's a systemic class system that's starting to sort of build to possibly some kind of a conflict between the those who hold the means of production and the working class.
Wow, you don't say. That's very insightful, Boba Joe.
Boba Joe goes, "Mwah!" And he says, my brother says that he wants to seize the means of production.
Well, Oona, my friend from earlier, she's actually running for the to be the leader this upcoming week.
Oh, nice.
Do you think we could get your vote if we maybe help out on some of these issues that you've talked about?
Yeah, got my vote.
All right, I'll let her know that these are important to you.
Cool.
And Raye will take off and go over to Oona, kind of relay that information. Some sort of market problem. I don't know, over my head.
Class structure.
Sure.
Jojo thinks it's too hot. Boba Joe wants to seize the means of production.
Expand the middle class. Bobo Joe.
Also, it's too sunny. We need to find a better tarp.
Well, I could think about that. I'm not sure what I'd do though.
Maybe we could bring Regal in on that as a consultant. Give him
Well,
more to
because
do with his downtime. I mean, he's like wandering around with nothing to do. Like
I want more than anything in this whole world Joe Biden with a thing of flex tape walking around the voting area being like, what can I do to get your vote? Oh, fix your shed? Alright. And just like flex tape. I want that. Oh, the cat's in the tree. Alright, let me get the ladder. And there's Joe Biden going up the ladder one vote at a time. You get him, Joe.
Well, people start filing into the arena, getting ready for the show.
Yeah. I guess all we need is people to get people talking about Oona, which I think is going well so far. Oh no!
Fresh rabbit!
Oh, rabbit.
Fresh rabbit right here! I'm gonna just keep... I'm gonna keep making you guys... Alright.
There are some delightful goblins out there. This one, though...
Una will kind of go backstage a little bit before, maybe like 20 minutes or so, to talk to the brothers again.
What's wrong with this guy's legs? Is he like a worm man?
I'm Worm Man,
No.
Wormo.
It just goes below the frame of the picture, man. Those are like bags. Those are sacks.
Mm-hmm. Containers.
All right, so you go below Oona. The Jojobo and Bobajo are getting ready for their show.
So I noticed earlier when I was watching you that the king himself came to, like, you know, before your thing. Is he doing that again this time, or is that only for the morning show?
Nah, he just showed up the one time. I think it was a publicity stunt. He doesn't show up that often.
Oh, okay.
He comes by once in a while.
Alright. Well, I think we should have some fun. So I can do this thing where I can walk on air. So I can, like, get up above you guys and then, like, do, like, I can do, like, prestidigitation. She, like, puts out, like some lights and stuff to, like, that sparkle around them. So I can do all sorts of cool stuff like this. So it might make the show really entertaining to watch. And I think it might be a fun change of pace.
You know, that sounds awesome. We would love for that to happen.
This guy's not joining our party! Tath will shoo him away from Raye, like, no, distance, social distance.
What's wrong with the rabbit, Tath?
It's not the rabbit I'm concerned with.
Alright, they seem very excited. They're like, wow, magic. We've never had magic in our show. Hell yeah. What do you think, Bobajo? And Bobajo in Goblin says, indubitably.
To Tath, it sounds just as enlightened as before.
You went,
Yeah.
And Una Cat looks at him and like,
Okay, let's do it.
Alright. Alrighty, so they head on out there, and they start the fight. They start the show. You I'm guessing you're gonna airwalk out on top of them.
yeah, I'm gonna airwalk up.
Sounds good.
And then right before the match starts, Una will place her hand on each of them and cast Heroism.
Oh, they're like, wow, that feels great.
And she'll put her hands in the air and say, let the show begin. And then just prestidigitation, all sorts of, like, colorful lights and sparkles all around.
People are cheering. Yeah, the crowd goes wild. They haven't seen a show like this ever. And they have at it. They start fighting, and it's great. You know, they got
What does
heroism.
it look like, Stan?
It looks kind of like this.
Oh. Ah. Oh. Oh.
And Jojobo is like, I haven't felt this good in forever since I was a kid.
Splashes
Whoa,
of
whoa.
color.
Pow. Pow. Oh.
The whole party's contributing to this one.
Oh yeah, nice. Finally getting use of that.
I can't see them though because you guys are spamming so much. I'm not even able to see the effects.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there we go.
Rainbow.
No, it's actually like not spawning for me. All right,
Oh, really?
weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
We could
Oh.
see him.
oh, I didn't see him.
That looked very nice.
All right, well, I'm glad you could see them.
The stream
Anyway,
saw.
yeah. it's a great show. Everybody has a wonderful time. And in Goblin, after the show, Bobajo goes, which translates to, "We could not have put on this wonderful show without the help of our host, Oona." And Jojobo is like, "Yeah, what he said." A round of applause for Oona. And everyone cheers and claps.
I'd love to have Bobajo and Chew in a room together, having a conversation.
Well, he's just speaking God. You don't know what the fuck Chew was talking.
Oona will kind of like slowly glide down from airwalk and land in the middle and be like, "Thank you guys so much for letting me helping you guys out with this. This is a lot of fun."
Thank you, Oona. That was the best show we've ever put on. You definitely have our vote.
Awesome. I'm very excited. This is so cool.
Well,
I just want to help out in any way I can.
Well, you're doing a great job of winning over the people, I think.
Oh, I hope so.
So the sun's going down, and Kale would catch up with the party by now, certainly.
What did I miss?
Well, Una's gone around and talked with people, gathered information on the issues that the kingdom faces, and is starting to win people over. We also
There was a mummy in a well.
We fixed it,
It was
partially.
really scary.
Not fixed yet. I'll fix it tomorrow.
Sounds like I missed a lot. Unfortunately, all of that doesn't really matter.
So,
what did you
you
find
find
out?
anything?
Well, besides the fact that we're all, really insignificant in the grand scheme of things, and nothing truly matters in this specific situation, they're cheating out their ass. So it really don't.
Ah.
Hashtag nihilism.
Well, what do you think we should do about it?
I don't know. I've googled how to defeat voter fraud, and I found many civil suits in the state of Michigan. But in this situation, I don't know.
How are they pulling it off?
It's something about voting in a barrel, and I guess they just say what the number was, and they make it close every time. I don't know, I guess whoever's reading the votes or showing or saying the votes, just make up whatever number they want to. There should be very
the people who are
little oversight.
counting the votes work for them. So
Maybe
they can count it and then just say whatever they want.
So I don't know the best way to get around that. Like I said, besides apparently civil action in the Michigan Supreme Court justice system. But other than that, I don't really know.
Maybe we should talk to my campaign manager. He might have an idea of what to do.
Okay, that seems like a great idea.
Cause I don't know what we're allowed to do too. Cause I don't want to be seen mean. She kind of looks down but those people are lying, and that's not right.
Right, we should probably intimidate, blackmail, or threaten the people counting the votes so that they favor it our way.
That seems mean too. I don't want to do that.
It's just countering out the meanness.
There might be a non-aggressive way to handle it. We might be able to offer guild assistance as an unbiased vote counter.
But you're in the guild, so wouldn't that appear biased?
Being in the guild, we are not politically affiliated with either side.
Yeah, Oona is.
Yeah, but are the people of the Jasper Kingdom gonna buy that?
Right.
You're a guild party. You show up in their kingdom to run for queen, and then you want the guild to read the votes. That's awfully.
What about shared custody of? We can talk with the campaign manager about it, but
Yeah. All right. You don't have any trouble finding him where he told you to find him. You find him in his little hut on the outskirts. He goes, "Hey, how'd it go?"
Day one, pretty good. Can we talk to you about something? Maybe something somewhere a little more secure?
Yeah. Come on in. Come in.
Awesome.
I was just making some blood tea. You guys like blood tea?
Oh, I
love
haven't
it.
had blood tea in a long time.
Sure.
As long as it's rabbit blood,
What?
that's the best.
Tath has no idea what it is, but she's going along with it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Love. Yeah. What?
So he gets out a teapot and he pulls on a string like you'd expect there to be a tea bag, but it's definitely like something's kidney that he pulls out of there.
Oh, Victor would love this.
He pours the hot red liquid into some cups. You don't know what creature donated its organ to this blood tea, but it was something.
Donated.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Tath's gonna be as polite as she can.
So he'll pass that around.
Thank you.
I love some blood tea.
Oona takes takes a deep sip and is like, "Ha. So we found out how he's winning. Well, Kale did. Apparently, it is just his people count the stuff, so count the votes, and they just kind of say, you know."
Are you
that he
saying
won.
the vote counters work for them?
Mm-hmm. That's
Absolutely.
That's a
admit-
pretty significant allegation.
He admitted it himself and even killed his guards to cover it up.
Mm. Well, if what you're saying is true, I'm not really sure what our recourse is. If you guys call the counters' neutrality into question, unfortunately, you're the outsiders here. I don't know how well that's going to go for you, because from the perspective of the Jasper Kingdom's people, you know, these are vote counters who are citizens of our kingdom who've lived here for a long time. You're outsiders from the guild who are coming in. I'm not sure they're going to believe you, and they might think that you're trying to tamper with the votes. If you try to change who's counting the votes, they're going to suspect you of the same thing these guys are doing.
What if we did it as a joint effort?
I mean, what does that mean?
Meaning we have Guild and Jasper Kingdom representatives counting votes together.
Okay, so how would that even go? You're basically splitting the votes up to be counted by both. So then what if the Jasper Kingdom calls the guild counted half into question?
Now, all votes go through both parties.
Oh, interesting.
That
so
way
then if the counts come up different, what happens then?
I think each vote is just reviewed by two people, one from each side, and they both agree on what that vote is for and put a tally down for it. That way, if one person is lying about it, they can be called out on the spot.
We might be able to do it publicly, maybe. Do it in front of everyone.
Try
Hold
to
up
push for a public vote, yeah.
Hold up each vote and be like, boom for Rump or boom for Oona, and then we put a big tally on a big board where everyone can see it, so that way there's no he say, she said, it's what's in the bucket.
You're actually onto something there. I mean, we've got about, I want to say we probably have, 3,000 or 4,000 citizens. We might be able to do a public count, but it would take a long time. I don't know if anyone would stick around for the whole thing, but we would probably have people coming and going throughout. That'd be a long count, though, doing it that way.
I can create food with magic and flavor it with prestidigitation. Maybe we can offer it like a big buffet table. I'll put out a whole bunch of yummy free food for everyone and water, and that way they'll all come and for that throughout the day while we're doing the live count. So they can all like watch that, do that, and maybe I can have some of my guild members put on like little shows or something. Make it like a big thing.
Voting could be an all-day thing, and we can tally the votes as they come in.
Yeah, I mean, that's a solid idea. You'd have to convince the people, though. And unfortunately, the problem is, here's the biggest problem you run into. We have a king right now who technically is in charge of any changes like this. So you'd have to get King Rump's approval to change the way the vote is handled.
Kale, did you get the sense that the king has any clue that he's been manipulated into the throne?
Not that I can tell. He just seems like a figurehead. He might generally even think that he has been winning votes. if we were to like corner him without his campaign manager around, we might be able to get him. We might be able to boost his ego to think he's gonna win anyway, and this might make him look good, and then it might trick him if we can like get him alone without his campaign.
Or leak,
Or maybe,
or hint that his legitimacy has been questioned. So get him to prove that he's being completely legitimately elected and settle and quash that once and for all. Get him to push for such changes.
I don't know much about goblin mentality. I look over, there's like a goblin strangling a rabbit. I'm like, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he won't take it that well. Maybe he'll like think we're traitors or something. This guy's a loose cannon. We don't know anything about him other than he's, you know, pretty clueless. But he might be very, very filled with rage. Who knows?
well, I can get to work on the specifics of how we would handle this public vote if you guys can take care of actually getting it to happen. Again, the awkward part is that the government is currently run by your opponent. So you'd have to get King Rump to sign off on this. But it's a solid plan if you can make that happen.
I know how you can. I know how you can get him without his campaign manager.
How?
Bring it up at the debate.
At the debate?
He won't be able to ask for somebody to come whisper in his ear at that point, and he'd have to make a decision on the spot if you were to challenge him on it.
That's
You
a
might
good
be able
point.
to trick him. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a debate on day 2.
I will say, when I was doing the thing at the Coliseum last night, well, I guess earlier this night, I think this is still the same
Yeah.
day, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was doing that whole show, everyone really seemed to like it. So maybe I could bring it up as an option because it would be more like public. Make it like a party.
Yeah. I mean, defeating the voter fraud is only one step. We also need to actually get the votes legitimately, so people do need to know who you are and like what you do. If you were to promise, like, to provide special effects for the Coliseum during your term, that might net some votes. They do seem to be popular.
Very exciting shows. There will be more than 2 gladiators.
Oh, I could have all of Thunder Battle. We could all take turns.
Oh boy.
Oh no, we don't want that.
We could have a thunder tournament.
Anything
One-on-ones.
with PvP.
The Disc 2 tournament arc.
Alright, well, keep in touch, and you guys are welcome to sleep here, or if you want, you can go get your own accommodations, whatever you want to do. I've got some cots. You might find roomier accommodations at an inn, but they won't be nicer, just maybe roomier.
Well, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. I always knew that asshole was up to something.
You had it right on the nose. Good call.
Yep, he's working with the trader himself, the Greyskin.
Oh, jeez. That guy's gonna be trouble. Even if we win this election. I know that the day's gonna come when we're gonna have to deal with him. Or he's gonna come for us.
The other thing is, while Oona's in office, you'll need to make sure that some changes are made to make sure that the elections are legitimate from now on. While I'm loath to suggest making any changes that might affect the natural growth of goblin culture, some things might need to be put in place to maintain its security.
That's kind of the idea, says Axel. The whole point of this is for you to win one election just so you can fix things. And then we'll handle it from there. We're not expecting you to stick around. I know you're a guild hero.
Right.
Yeah. I just want to do the best that I can for all of Goblin kind.
Well, I know we all appreciate that.
Well, maybe not all of it, she thinks for a moment. Like, well, if Greyskin ever becomes too big of an issue, you can always post a guild quest. And I know if I see his name up there, I'll take the quest.
Some of our party members are a little eager to go after personal matters.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna turn in for the night. I'll see you at the press conference tomorrow.
Yeah, we will see you then. Whether here or somewhere else, wherever Oona's going to be staying for the night, Tath's going to make sure to be, like, if not, like, same room, at least one door, not, like, no more than one door down.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Being this,
Are you guys gonna sleep on cots in this guy's hut, or are you gonna go to an inn?
Who is gonna sleep in the guy's hut?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
take care.
He thinks it's very nice.
Seems the easiest.
It's free.
Tath will find whatever room has the most headspace.
There's one room. It's a hut.
Tath will stay in that room then.
You found it.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys wake up the next morning, and the sun is high in the sky. It is hot, as usual.
Got my hot weather clothes on. Probably carrying my armor in like a water skin or something.
Yeah.
Gets up, she stretches, and be like, "All right, today's the press conference.
Absolutely, it is.
What's
The
a
sun-
press conference?" She'll look at Kale. Like,
Oh, that's where all the local goblin reporters get to come and ask a question.
okay, I can answer questions.
Yep. And remember, in case they ask, the sun does produce the hotness.
We
in case
learned
you're
this the other day. This
We
is
learned
this
that.
is big
Very important
news.
information. Big news. It's a hot topic. Get it?
We definitely
Actually,
need.
I think they already knew that.
We need. Well, I mean, we need to share this with the Allied Kingdoms. I mean, who's telling them?
Yeah, exactly.
Send a raven.
Uh-oh, we killed Oona. Gwen's dead.
I'm okay.
Alright.
I think we made her laugh while she was drinking something.
Yeah, I went down the wrong tube.
Ugh.
So, do you have any questions? What if I were to say, how do you feel about goblin minimum wage? What would you...
Well, I think I would need to know what the minimum wage is first.
There is none.
Oh.
It's 0.
It's 0. That's the minimum wage.
Well,
I think most
I
goblins
would
are
say-
working for themselves. It seems.
well, I think if you're hiring someone to work for you, you need to pay them that's worth the work that they do.
Controversial statement, but okay.
Perhaps enough to live on, or perhaps enough to survive at least comfortably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just
What
hypothetical questions that might come up.
What about global warming? And you do live in a desert.
Well, it's hot. We live in a desert. I really don't know what to say about the heat issue.
So you're saying climate change is real?
Is it?
Is it?
Does climate is there global warming?
Not in this world. It's not a. I don't think that's a political issue in this world. It's more of a.
Rillian believes it's the fire flower that's causing all this heat. Maybe when we take it away, maybe it will.
If they ask about water shortage, make sure to bring up the well. And your plans for that.
I need to fix that too. So Oona would have prepared purify food and drink.
Yep.
I mean, you could ask the
Probably
campaign.
a lot of it.
Yeah, you might. It might be a large volume down there.
So you want as much as you want a lot.
Yeah, let me see.
You could ask the campaign manager what are some hot button issues that the goblins want to know. He's got the pulse.
It is a first level, so
Cubic foot.
yeah.
Ooh. Might
Is
take
it
a while.
Is it just me if it's a well full of contaminated water and you fix a cubic foot? Wouldn't it
Okay, it does about roughly 8 gallons of water.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm gonna need a lot of these.
Do you think the water is going to be like the whole thing is corrupted from that one mummy, or do you think there might be a more significant source of that corruption?
I
I
mean,
mean, it was
only
just
12
it was just the mummy was in there. So yeah, I mean, like forecasting should do it. I would say. I looked up like how much water is in an average well. It's usually about 1.5 gallons per foot of depth. So like 8 gallons per casting. Like 3 or 4 will do it probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We'll go ahead and prep that. Update the whiteboard.
All right. So you're gonna head over there and purify the well.
Alright, I'll ask the group, what do you think we should do about the whole getting the king to agree? Are we gonna, like, confront him today before the debate? Are we gonna try to get him with it on the debate, or what's...
I think we spring it on him at the debate so he has to think on his feet or look like an idiot in front of everybody.
But we're not the ones that ask the question, so how are we gonna get the question brought up about voter security or whatever? Like, how are we gonna steer the conversation so it will come up? We don't want to be like, how about Goblin healthcare? And she's like, but what about voter fraud? You know, we gotta like find a way.
We don't have to spin it as voter fraud. We can spin it as a voting party.
Voting party? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A live voting viewing party.
How are we gonna get the king to agree to this live voting? Also, it's kind of confusing, and like if there's a political party, and then also to have like a pool party. Like, is it a party made up of pools, or does it take place in a pool? I'm just a little confused.
Well, I'll make sure to do another party at the I keep forgetting the name, Coliseum tonight.
If you start spreading the idea about a voting party to the people, then it might, if people are talking about it enough, and it becomes a topic that people are actually discussing, it might come up as a debate question.
I could spend my whole day today as like maybe quasi quest downtime and spread rumors.
Yes, that's a great idea.
If you leave me alone, I'll spread some rumors about.
We do have the rumor man here.
It'd be such a cool idea if we could make it a big old party, and we'd all vote, and it'd be public. It'd be a great old time. The old voting is too boring, and there's not enough food, and it'd be a lot cooler if they would allow public voting. I could like spread a day rumor.
Did KL tell us how his conversation went, like with that goblin?
He wouldn't embarrass himself like that, I don't think.
Well, you know, I'd just tell him to keep it highbrow.
Embellish the details a little bit.
Exactly.
All I'm worried about is if you go around spreading a rumor about a voting party, that's going to be pretty suspicious. It might draw some attention to you from them, and you may be like attacked or something.
No, see, the thing is, KL only spreads it to like a couple people, and they do the rest of the spreading from there. That's how.
Don't worry, I'm a professional rumor spreader. I'm not gonna like stand on a box in the town square and shout. I'll like, you know, drop a few hints to some drunk goblins and then work on.
Okay. Well, just be safe.
Maybe you could even go wear a disguise or something.
I'm done wearing disguises, but that's a great suggestion. Thank you. That was old me. Old me would prance around in disguise. I have nothing to hide. That was a good idea.
John Doell.
All right, we
John
trust.
Doell.
Those no longer exist.
We trust you to get it done, KL.
Rest in peace. Alright, so I'll do that. While everyone's doing what they want to do, I'm gonna spread rumors that we need to have a. I don't want to call it a pool party though.
It's not a pool party. Oh, it could be a pool party. We have an infinite source of water.
How many of these people do you think can swim?
None of them.
Public voting pool party.
Oh wait, can we make it a shallow pool? That'll be nice and cool.
Yeah, there you
If
go.
the heat is a problem, that'll fix it.
So what is the rumor that you are attempting to spread?
Okay, that. Man, this is hard. What? Because I need to like make it appealing, but also effective. Like it needs to work. So it needs to be like public. We need to have a party to celebrate the new counting of the votes. And we need to do it in a fun and open atmosphere, such as a pool party. So we'll have a pool party, and we'll read the votes. That's the thing. We're gonna read the votes. It'll be a great time. Open pool party.
The problem is,
BYO.
it needs to be
BYOW.
something that they could feasibly do once we've left, though. If we're providing the infinite water, I don't know if they can spare enough water to do that again.
Well, things change in a week. They're used to sudden change. Then that'll be the end of pool parties. Then we only need the one pool
They'll
party.
have a different themed party next
Have a
week.
different party. Yep.
Yeah, well, I guess we only need to get Oona elected once. So.
I guess the rumor would be, yeah, I don't. It's not really a rumor. I'm just like planting an idea where it's just like that the voting isn't working. It needs to be public, and what better way to do it than at a pool party? That's
Could just settle for a party. We could end up
Or
having
party,
a pool
and
at
then-
the party.
and then we'll throw a pool in there. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
good. It's a party. Leave the pool
A
out.
voting
Leave it
party. And Una's thing is, my voting party's gonna have a pool.
Was that my secret roll, Zan?
Yeah.
I'm gonna diviner ting-a-ling-a-ling and see what I.
24.
Oh, I'll keep it. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Okay. So, meanwhile, the rest of you head to the well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Oona, you're there. The water looks purple. The purple is not the whole water. It's like where the mummy was. There's basically just a pool of contamination. Like if you put oil in water, right? It's just like this spot. It's pretty big. That's very purpley and gross looking.
Alright. Time me to the bucket. I'm going down.
All right,
Oh,
Tath
here we
will
go, yeah.
tell use a rope as a backup again, just in case this winch isn't as strong as.
All right.
Maybe, so lowering her down.
All right, you start to head down. How close do you gotta get?
I have to touch it.
Just say when.
Okay.
Pretty
you
close.
you're gonna go all the way on down there and touch it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Stick my hand in it and cast Purify Water over and over.
Ew,
more
she
time.
touched it.
So you actually have to give me a fortitude save.
Oh.
Lovely.
Don't puke in their water. Okay.
Okay. You are, I believe you're just good. Yep, you made the save.
Awesome. So
All right.
I cast it 4 times.
Cool. Yeah, you managed to clear out the diseased water, and it's all pure, clean water now.
Alrighty. I tug on the rope a little bit to let them know I'm ready to come back up.
All right. Tath will look down and be like, "What are you tugging the rope for?"
They bring me up.
Well, I mean, we can hear you. All right, she'll pull her up.
It was like 50 feet down.
But
so.
it echoes. Echoes.
All right, you're back up.
Are there any like people around?
Yeah, there's a few people around. Yeah, a few goblins.
Shall we lower the bucket and get some water and bring it up?
You're like, all right. Oona will kind of like, she looks a little nervous. Be like, okay, I fixed the well. I'm gonna fill it up more now. And she just kind of looks down. It's like, okay. She starts like creating water into the well to fill it up a little bit more.
Okay, cool. Goblins rush over and they see how clean the water is and begin to cheer. And what sounds to most of the party as just like grunting and awful noises is actually a celebration in the goblin language.
My name is Oona, and I can do all sorts of stuff like this. So this is the least I could do to help out. And since there was a mummy in it and all.
The people seem very happy to have a working well again. They shower you with praise.
And Tath will kind of mutter to him like, "And you're running for..."
Oh, yeah, my name is Oona, and I am running for queen.
All right. Many of them say that you've got their vote.
Good.
Oh, I'm glad. Hope to see you guys later. She'll like skip away.
All right. Are we ready for the press conference?
Ooh, yes, please.
Does the campaign manager want to brief Oona before the press conference?
Yeah, he'll be there.
Okay, yeah, it might be good to get from him like what to expect.
He'll be like, so Oona, have you ever been in a press conference?
Never.
All right. Well, you see that thing they've got on the table over there.
Yeah.
So that's the press. So your head is gonna go in that.
What
Oh,
the heck?
wait. What?
What?
Okay.
This is
Yeah,
new.
Yeah. So basically, they're gonna ask you questions and kind of gauge the audience reaction. And when people really don't like your answer, they give it a crank.
Ah, I see. Do I have to go first?
I mean, this is your press conference.
Oh, okay.
Does
I
King
thought-
Rump,
Yeah.
King Rump give one? I'd love to go see it.
It'd be. I don't know when his is exactly. I don't know if he's doing one, honestly. I lined this up for you because you're kind of the newcomer, so this is your opportunity to sort of get your name out there. Everybody knows King Rump already.
Okay, makes sense. Well, I'm ready. It's not gonna hurt that much, is it?
No, it'll be fine.
Okay, cool. And I've got heals too, so I'll be fine. Una's just kind of like reassuring herself that this thing's not gonna kill her.
Tath's gonna
Alrighty.
stand rather close.
Oh, it is like a press, yeah. Makes sense.
So you get up there and you put your head in the press, and a goblin stands over you and with their hands on the crank.
She like waves like hi.
The goblin's just like, hi.
Tath's looking at them very closely, like taking in their facial features and just like basically committing their faces to memory. So if she sees them like counting the votes or something as well, then
Remember those faces. bro.
yeah, she's okay. I
Remember.
got it. I think I got
Okay,
this.
so yeah, these are the goblins that will be asking the questions.
Very distinctive teeth
They-
structure.
Yep, they swarm up onto the podium, climbing over one another. There's a crowd of goblins behind them. Some of them are like roasting meats or like playing kick the skull. The whole thing is not very official feeling, but it's kind of like your debut. And your campaign manager leads in, goes, "All right, looks like the questions are going to be handled by the Paparazzi tribe." There, Paparazzi. You're gonna want to. You're gonna want to stay on your toes. These guys are pretty nasty.
Okay.
So,
Paparazzi.
I'm your biggest fan.
so the first goblin's like, "Who are you?"
I'm Oona.
Ah, are you a citizen of the Jasper Kingdom?
I'm not.
Oh yeah, well, what are you doing here then?
I'm a guild member.
Why are you running for queen?
Oh, because I am a goblin, and I just really want to experience the full feel of getting to be a goblin in the Jasper Kingdom while I'm able to be here.
That sounds awfully selfish.
Well, I just
You're just
think-
doing it for yourself?
No. I just want to help people. I'm a pacifist by nature. All I want to do is give support and help where I can.
If you're a pacifist, how can you help to protect our kingdom from outside threats?
I can enhance soldiers, and I can build barriers.
And you hear Jojobo in the back. It's like, "It's true. They enhanced us during our fight," and everyone's kind of cheering. The guy
Their walls.
the guy operating the crank kind of like eases off. The paparazzi don't let up though. They're assaulting you, like ravenous.
Tath kind of gives
Well,
the cranker a look.
If that's the case, how can we trust you though if you're part of the guild?
I am a goblin, and
While I am part of the guild, my allegiance is... Well, it's... Oona thinks for a moment. She's like, I don't know how to answer this. She's like looking around a little bit. It's like, well, how can I prove my allegiance to you then? Do you want me to prove it? Because we've fought down a mummy for you guys. I've cleaned out your well. I'm just trying to help.
Some of the people are like, it's true! She cleaned the well!
Oh wow.
Which this whole thing sounds to Tath and Raye like just a bunch of goblins fucking like grunting and clicking and making awful noises. Like,
Tath's just like
literally,
sorry.
this whole thing is being spoken in goblins.
Yeah.
You guys have no fucking clue what's going on.
Yeah, Tath is just like watching the guy with his hands on the crank, and if she sees a muscle tense up, she kind of just like, just like giving him the stink eye.
Well, how would you propose that you prove we can trust you even though you're part of the guild who slaughter goblins?
The guild don't just slaughter goblins. The guild takes care of monsters that are hurting people. You guys aren't hurting anyone.
The crowd seems a little bit like there's some mixed feelings about that throughout the crowd. And he goes, well, what makes the guild judge, jury, and executioner? How come they have the right to decide which goblins deserve to live and which deserve to die, huh?
As I will say, as a guild member, I have assisted my guild with taking down all sorts of monsters. Not just goblins, people. We have had to kill people because they were monsters too. Monster is not something defined by race. Monster is something defined by your actions.
Not a lot of people start clapping.
Tath doesn't know what she said, but it must have been good.
yeah, you guys have no idea what's happening. Alright, then, well, if you're queen, what are you gonna do for us? How will you make the Jasper Kingdom better?
Well, the first thing I want to start reinforcing our buildings more. I noticed that things are a little, well, unstable to say the least. If we can use more bones from some of the larger animals that, will come in, we can help reinforce our buildings. It makes everything much more stable here.
Are you insulting goblin architecture because you hate goblins?
Of course I don't hate goblins. I love goblins. And I want to keep the appeal and look of everything. Just make it all more sturdy, so that way people don't have to worry if a rough sandstorm comes by and then their little hut is gone, because that would be awful.
Do you believe that all goblins live in little huts?
Well, no, but we do have to understand that some of them do.
Meanwhile, Axel standing with Tath and Raye is like, oh, these guys are the fucking worst. They're just like... They're really drilling there. Like, this is awful.
Tath like, oh yeah, absolutely brutal. What are they saying?
They go, well, other than infrastructure, what else are you gonna do for us, huh?
I can work with diplomacy, not to mention I can help with bringing more water to the area. I also have a ability to create food, so that way I can help feed some of the people that might not have the resources right now to do that themselves.
You just start giving away food for free that you made with magic. What's that gonna do to our economy? What about the goblins who are living off of their food stalls?
I'm not saying we take away from people who are working, who have the resources to go out and get that food. Just helping provide energy for workers, so that way they're able to do what they need to do, so that way everything still works in Syncdom.
But if you're making food and giving it away for free, you're taking money out of the pockets of hardworking food merchants.
You have to understand, though, I can't make that much food. I can make enough food a day to see maybe 12 people. I'd just be helping a select few to get them off their feet. I would not be taking away profit from people who are working hard, and I would not be giving it to people who would have the resources to give it to them in the first place.
That sounds like handouts to me.
Well, then you are mistaken.
The crowd seems to like you, though, even though the paparazzi tribe is being very aggressive. The crowd is pretty positive right now. All right, then. What would you do to help boost our economy?
Well, as I've been to lots of different kingdoms, I've been through the whole allied kingdoms, and I've seen a lot of what they do. I could help bring in some of the tactics they use to help us.
So you want to eradicate all of Goblin culture and replace it with the Allied Kingdom's culture and economics?
That is not what I am saying. I'm just saying we can learn from the people around us, and we can start implementing small things that might help.
So what you're saying is the Allied Kingdoms are better than us, and goblins are horrible, stupid creatures.
I think there's a lot of things that goblins do better than humans. And
Yeah, name 3.
name 3? Well, I think our enthusiasm cannot be beat. I think
Rah rah.
goblins have definitely more of a way with working with nothing. See what all we're able to do in a desert. You think if you put an elf or a human out in the desert, they'd be able to create all this? No way.
No, probably.
The guy with the crank starts to kind of give it a little bit of a crank because you're blanking on the third one.
Oh, the third.
Tath kind of like just mutters to Raye, like, "Do you see the one holding the dismembered hands over there? Look at, like, do you see that guy in the picture?"
There's a bit of the index finger missing.
There's a bit of like the wrist and rest of the arm missing. He's holding the bones in his hands.
He probably found them somewhere. It's no big deal.
This is actually giving me anxiety. I need to like take a breath.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
I have social anxiety and this is triggering me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're doing
Oh
really
my
good
God.
though.
This is the last question.
Goblins in
I
your
know,
face
I
going,
know, and
"We'll
it's-
do that."
It's actually like freaking me out.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I'm sorry.
All right,
It's such a
no,
lame-
it's over. You did great. Everybody loved you.
Ah.
The crowd goes wild, and they uncrank the thing. 5-minute break, everybody.
Okay.
That was a great job though. That
Yes,
was really
very well done, Gwen
I wouldn't have been able to do that.
and
well.
Oona. Oh yes, very well done.
Dang.
good. Jeremy?
No.
Jeremy. That's the voice of Jeremy. All I heard was no. I had a minimized view and all I heard was no.
No.
Are you gonna take a little breaky poo?
Don't leave me.
Last time you took a break, everything broke, so no break for you. If anyone's not taking a break, it's you, miss.
I don't get to leave my computer unattended.
That's right, you never know what'll happen when you leave it on it. Keep a close eye on it. Bye-bye.
Alright, see you soon, buddy.
Somebody in chat was saying goblins give great hugs while picking your pockets.
That's racist.
Yeah, I was about to say somebody's racist towards goblins. Ah, thank you very much, Chef. Appreciate that.
I need some clarification from Matt on whether or not Dolgren hates all goblins or just Regal.
I don't think he hates all goblins. It's hard to hate all goblins when Oona is in that category.
Sorry about that. Totally just lost my cool.
Oh, no problem. Totally
We've all been
understandable.
there. Anybody with social anxiety will understand your feeling.
Yeah.
Oh.
You were thinking on your feet very well.
Oh, I was just
No, it's alright. It's alright. You did fine. You only got one crank. That was good. Tath would have cussed him out if she understood what they were saying.
Oh, thanks. It's just
The only other party member that could translate was doing some naughty rumors about pool party.
Naughty.
Pool
Oh.
party, bikini top show.
Sorry about that. I was kind of doing a bit. They were intentionally like comically ridiculously aggressive. I didn't mean to actually literally trigger your anxiety with it. I can understand why it did though. Whoops.
It's okay.
My bad. Yeah. Yeah, so as soon as you get off the stage, Axel is like, those guys are fucking dicks. You did great. The crowd loved you, Oona. Don't worry about those guys.
Okay. That was kind of scary, actually.
Yeah. Don't worry about them. Like they're always like that. They're like that with anybody. Like that's what they do. They're very aggressive.
I think you did great, and I didn't even understand a word.
Everybody loved you.
I'm glad. So,
Honestly, you nailed it. I think it's pretty likely you'd win the election if it's fair.
we just gotta make sure it is fair.
You're polling really high right now. Here, have you seen the polls yet?
The poll?
Yeah, come with me. I'll show you the election polls.
Tath kind of is like, she knows what a poll is, but given what the press turned out to be.
So he
Gonna
leads
be a
you to
poll.
the town square where there are two 10-foot poles stuck in the ground. And people are throwing rings onto one or the other of them. And he says, this isn't like the vote. This is just kind of election polling to get an idea of the general consensus. So see, King Rump's 10-foot pole, it's got like 50-something rings on it. Yours, it's like 200.
Nice.
You're leading him by a significant margin right now on the polls.
Wow, that's awesome.
Is there anybody else running other than the two of them?
Nope. Nobody wants to run against King Rump right now because it's kind of hopeless. It's part of the point of this. If Oona can beat him, show that it's possible to beat him, then I'm hoping that people will come out and start to run again. But it's almost like the public has given up hope that anybody could beat him. He ran unopposed last week.
They've lost faith in the process.
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, as long as we have a fair vote, I think it's pretty likely you're gonna win.
Well, if KL's doing his job, we might get that fair vote. There might be so much outcry about it. We won't be able to.
So KL, you'll return to the party around now. Yeah.
Oh, well, how did it feel that my rumor mongering did?
You feel like it did pretty well.
Well, how did the press conference?
Well, they asked a lot of questions, and then there was this crank on my head.
Whoa.
Yeah, so the press conference was an actual press. But besides that, I think it went pretty good.
Ah, quite literal. I always underrate the how liberal goblins can be. Interesting.
Have you seen the polls, KL?
Yeah, look at the polls!
They're quite
Oh,
inspiring.
my goodness.
Look at them right there. Aren't they beautiful?
Wow. They should really be using those to like support their buildings rather than like throwing rings on. Maybe even like.
No, they're 10-foot poles. They're not architectural material. They're adventuring gear.
Oh right. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're not labeled that way. Yeah. Oh yeah, they probably picked off the Dead Adventurers. They end up at 10-foot pole. Those are very exciting. Maybe I'll go throw my ring on there too. Can I vote? Am I allowed to vote?
I don't
No,
think
you're
so.
not a goblin. Only goblins could vote.
Get Regal out of here.
Cat was trying to take my cracker.
Meow, my cracker, see? Well, I hope it did all right. Are you gonna go to the Coliseum again?
Me? No, I got a lot of work to do. I gotta get everything ready for the debate tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
Alright, so he'll leave.
All right, is there anything more we can think of to help spurn the idea that we need to have more open?
Maybe some electoral oversight, just to get the like unbiased eyes on it. But if they're showing all the votes publicly, then
Well,
yes, it's
if
not
I-
super critical.
I'm learning a lot about Goblin political system, especially with how liberal they are. If we tried to get like oversight, there might actually be goblins strapped to balloons. I don't even know if I want to start with that. I don't know if they know what that
Literal,
means.
not liberal.
Literal. Oh, right. Or liberal. They could be liberal too. I don't question them.
Hey, if they're
things that I
calling
see.
for open, public, and fair elections, I mean, that's a pretty liberal idea, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go. Liberal and literal. That's right. Well, best of luck to you, Oona. I'm sure you did great, and trust me, we're doing everything we can to make sure that you rule this place for a week and, I guess, be a symbol or do whatever you want to do for a week.
Yeah,
Well,
if I do get elected, I don't even know what I'm gonna do first.
you've been doing a good job of identifying the problems and seeking solutions. It'd probably just be a week of that.
Yeah. Probably will actually start with the building. She's like looking up at one of the structures, be like, I could use some help.
But then putting in policies to make sure that that this process is trusted and fair moving forward as well. Things that'll last long after you've left office.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you guys have nothing left to do today, you could definitely just kind of move ahead to the debate.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. The next day, it's time for the debate. So, early afternoon, you guys make your way over to where the debate will be held. You see that King Rump has already been carried over there and set down on the stage. He is eating from a chicken leg.
I know
Looks
why they
like-
carry him everywhere, because it doesn't look like he could walk anywhere on his own power.
Yeah, he's not a
Lots of water.
he's not a very healthy or fit man, that's for sure. He's definitely not in great shape. Yeah. So.
So they're like he's already on stage.
Yeah, he's up there. We can take a moment if everyone's still eating. Up to you guys when you want to do this. It's not like we're in a hurry.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Alright, you gonna head up there?
Yep. Oona will kind of walk up onto the stage. Is there like a place for her to
Mhm.
stand?
Absolutely, yep. There's in front of King Rump and then also over to the side, there's a kind of a wooden tripod, and on top of it is a small black rock. They don't have microphones, so that's what they've got.
Oona will
It's-
go stand like next to him, so that way it's like not like.
It's the speaking rock. Yeah.
Good luck, Oona.
Alright. So a few goblins come up and sit down in front of you guys with some papers, some parchment out, and there's a big crowd, much bigger than for the press conference. This is kind of like the big one. And the moderator says, I'd like to thank our two candidates for coming here today. We'll be handling a range of different questions posed to each of you to get your idea of your policies, what you might bring to the Jasper Kingdom. Our first question today. The Greyskin Empire is slowly expanding, bringing in more and more wild tribes as it grows, and could pose a significant threat to the Jasper Kingdom's autonomy. King Rump, what do you propose we do? King Rump goes, well, let me tell you what. This Greyskin fella, he got nothing. He's got nothing on me. Look, listen to me. And people say this. They say this about me all the time. I'm real good. I'm real good with a spear, with a sword. Greyskin, he doesn't know those. He ain't got them. That's what people say. And trust me, I know the best warriors, and they all say, "Wow, he's just so good at being a warrior." And it's weird, because I'm not a warrior, but they say that about me, that I would be good if I was one. And also, furthermore, security, it's one of the most important things to me, and the people close to me, and they say I'm the best at security. It'll be tremendous.
Wow, he brings up a lot of good points. I'm gonna start working out for it.
So the moderator goes, all right, well, that was King Rump. Oona, how would you address the growing threat of Greyskin?
I our first step should be fortifying our kingdom, making our buildings stronger, maybe creating even a sort of barrier around our little kingdom to help protect it, as well as maybe fashioning more shifts in the watch to make sure that we're always keeping an eye out just in case.
The crowd seems to favor your response.
I find it hilarious though that Una's solution is build the wall. Build the wall.
I like the idea again.
You gotta think about what we're fighting.
And King Rump give a rebuttal. King Rump goes, well, I'll tell you what. You can go ahead and you can try and build your buildings there, but buildings don't win fights. You know, once in a while, once in a blue moon, I'll see a building will fall on somebody, but other than that, they don't. The buildings ain't gonna kill nobody. So if warriors come in here, you're gonna have your big buildings. They ain't gonna fight them. Buildings don't fight people, and that's all I got to say about that. So the moderator says, so Oona, final words.
Buildings full of warriors will fight.
She tilts her head a little bit like,
Buildings don't kill people. People kill people.
Buildings provide protection for our warriors, so that way they are safer while they are fighting.
Okay, a lot of people applaud that. All right, well, moving on. So the next question we have for today. All right. So most of our exports, animal goods and glass, are goods that the Allied Kingdoms are buying at increasingly low rates. They don't really see us as a proper kingdom. They haven't accepted us into the alliance yet. And some of the kingdoms have put up tariffs because, well, you know, your guess is as good as mine, but I assume they kind of group us in with the rest of the rabble out in the desert. So I pose this question to you, Oona. How would you go to improve our relations with the Allied Kingdoms and try to dispel this image that the Jasper Kingdom is just as monstrous as the wild tribes?
Well, I have connections with the churches in the Allied Kingdom. I could talk to them about it. They've got friends in high places, and I'm sure we could make people understand that not all goblins are like that, and that we have a lot of resources that we'd love to trade with them.
That's a wonderful answer. All right, King Rump, your rebuttal. King Rump goes, well, I tell you what, you know these people in the church people. You know, I know them. I know these people. I know a lot of these church people, and all they're gonna bring is they're gonna bring their gold crosses. They're gonna bring their big haughty words, and they're gonna tell you what to do because God told you what to do. But I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm just gonna tell you what's right because I know, and people tell this to me about me, that I know what's right to do, and it ain't what these haughty church people are doing. I'll tell you that. And furthermore, I have tremendous relations with the Allied Kingdoms. They love me. I'll tell you what. I know all of them, all the leaders of all the Allied nations. We sit down, crack a few jokes. I know them. We have a tremendous relationship. Tremendous. They love me. The goblins don't look any less confused than you guys. Like, all right, well, Oona, your response.
Oh, I didn't know that you knew them. You know, whenever we have a concert of heiresses, they always come, and I never see you among them. But I'll let them know that I met you. That'd be really fun. We'll have a common.
King Rump looks very mad. Like, all right, another question. There's been a growing talk among the kingdom about the idea of having a public vote party. So this is posed to King Rump. How do you feel about the idea of holding a vote publicly and making a spectacle out of it? King Rump says, well, I'll tell you what, I hold the best parties. Everyone says this about the parties that I hold. They're parties that you're never gonna forget. You know, the other night I was there at the Coliseum. Best fight that's ever happened. Why? I was there. Tell you what, anything I attend, it's gonna be the best night of your life. So yeah, I mean, any kind of celebration, absolutely. And if you want to ring me in with a party, tell you what, we'll have the party, we'll have the after party. People talk about it for years. Everyone says I throw the best parties. It's just true. It's just a fact. That's the fact of the matter. It'll be tremendous. The moderator goes, all right, well, Oona, your response?
I think having a party would be a wonderful idea. I had a lot of fun throwing the party at the Coliseum last night. It was a lot of fun to do that, and everyone seemed to really enjoy it. We could create a whole spectacle out of it. I could have like lots of food and water and all sorts of fun stuff out for people to do while we count votes. It'd be a great way to involve everyone in the kingdom with the decision making.
And what do you have to say to that, King Rob? And he goes, well, I wasn't there. I wasn't there for whatever little thing Oona or whatever her name is went and did at the Coliseum. Sounds like it was fun. Sounds like it was quaint. But you know, I throw the best parties. So, and since I'm the king, it's gonna be my party. So sorry to say, you're gonna have to win the election if you want to run your own voting party. But it's my voting party, and I'm gonna be running it. Thank you. Sorry about that. But that's gonna be my voting party that I'm gonna run. And yeah, it'll be great. It'll be the best one.
Got him.
The moderator's like, all right, well, moving on to our final question. There have been growing reports of mummies appearing in the barrens, spreading out from a recently uncovered tomb. We've had mummies interfering with our sand farms. We had a mummy in the well earlier this week. So to Oona, I would say, how would you address this growing threat of mummies showing up throughout the desert?
Well, me and my party did take care of the mummy in the well, and I think that we would be ready soon to go on the mission, because there is a quest for it. I know that my guild member Victor is very eager to get out on that mission and take care of it, so I can assure you that that will be taken care of soon.
Chewy's very eager.
She has
I'm
deep
just talking
insight
to a
into
goblin.
Victor's mind.
I'm just talking to a goblin. That's very true. He's very determined.
And King Rump, your rebuttal goes, yeah, well, you know, I'm sure our party's very quaint. I'm sure they're very good at what they do. I'm sure they're great people, fine people. But I'll tell you what, I know the best warriors that there are, the best mummy killers. Killing mummies is something that it's not new to me. People say I'm the best at it, and that I know a lot about it, and that's just what people say about me. It's a fact. So if we need a mummy boss taken care of, you know, I'll get our militia together and I'll get down there and I'll take care of it. It won't be a problem at all. I'll be at the front of the line. I'll tell you what. The moderator says, okay, Oona, your response.
If you would rather risk the lives of Jasper Kingdom on that, sure. But I can assure you that us being a guild party, we are very prepared to handle this kind of situation and have conquered many dungeons and bosses before.
The crowd's like really cheering for Oona. Rump looks very upset.
I am a level 8 cleric. You can leave it to me.
And he goes, and he speaking out of turn, he just like grabs speaking rock and is like, well, listen, if you want to just lord over us with your levels, like you're gonna come in here just like some guild hero and say you're better just because you got levels and you're working for the guild. But we don't need the guild because we got a tremendous military here. I have great respect for our warriors. Are you saying you don't have respect for our warriors? Is that what you're saying? The moderator's like, Rump, please, you have to wait for your turn, sir. But I suppose Oona can respond to that.
That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying this mission has already been quested to the guild. It's best to let the guild handle things so that way we don't have to put our soldiers at risk. I value the lives of our citizens more than anything else.
The crowd starts cheering. Rump is trying to talk, but he's getting drowned out by the crowd. Eventually, he storms off of the stage. Well, that'll conclude our debate today.
Oh no, he seems really upset. Did I do something wrong?
You got him to rage quit.
The crowd's just like chanting your name, and like it seems like everyone just loves Oona.
There's like a lot of people around, right?
Oh yeah, it's like a huge crowd of people.
So Una's just gonna like look into the crowd really deeply and like try to see if she can recognize anyone. She's like searching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, you don't recognize anyone.
She
I know.
looks kind of. Yeah, she looks kind of somber for a minute, and then she goes off the stage.
Yeah. Axel pats your back and is like, "You destroyed him."
Oh, do you think so? He looked really upset.
Well, yeah, I'd be upset. You kicked his ass. Problem is, now we gotta make sure that this whole public voting thing goes off without a hitch. You can bet they're still gonna try some shit.
Tath will smirk and say, I've got an idea.
Oh, what's your idea?
So you know how I was suggesting that we have a guild representative up there confirming the votes alongside the Jasper Kingdom representatives?
Mm-hmm.
I say we propose one of our own party members take over it. Namely, we nominate KL. Because their campaign manager will think that he's on their side and will go along with it. So we have somebody up there to confirm that they think is on their side, but is actually going to make sure it's fair and honest.
It's a great idea, but what if I actually am on their side?
Okay, do you want to fail this mission?
I guess not.
Yeah, you don't get paid unless.
If you're actually on their side, then yeah, you can find a new party. I'd be okay with that one too.
Here is a good point. I mean, that seems like a good idea.
Oona kind of tugs on his sleeve and is like, "If you're the reason I miss up this mission, I'm gonna be really upset."
I don't want you upset. Look at, I was the one that got the idea of the pool party. Is it a pool? I don't know. There's gotta be a pool. At this point, there's gotta. Don't worry, I'm not. Just kidding.
Axel, do you think that's an idea that you could float to their campaign manager to let KL help confirm the votes as they come in?
How would I do that?
No, Axel.
Oh, Axel. Okay.
Yeah.
Axel says, well, you know, I can't really propose anything to them because I'm literally Oona's campaign manager. I'm the opposition. They're not going to want to talk to me. King Rum's going to put together some kind of a public vote. Odds are they're going to set it up so there's some way for them to fuck with it. But with it being public, it should be a whole lot harder for them to cheat it because it's going to be public. There's going to be people all around them. So they're going to do something, but you've definitely made it a lot harder for them. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to have to adapt. They've only got a day. The vote's tomorrow, so they don't have long to figure out what they're going to do.
Kale, what if you went to them?
Well, yeah, what I'm suggesting is from campaign manager to their campaign manager, you two come to an agreement on how you make this proposal to them, and they'll think that you're handing them an easy win.
I could, although he's a little bit suspicious of me. I wouldn't say the meeting went swimmingly. But if they're desperate enough, they might consider that as an option.
Hey, if they say no, then what have we lost?
Well, if I went there by myself and they got
if-
really mad.
I mean, if we
Then
pitch
myself.
that idea and they say no to the idea, then, I mean, we haven't lost anything.
Except for KL's life. We can't.
For KL's life.
No,
Exactly. I mean, if I go there by
Again,
myself and if he doesn't like the idea, he could just kill me like he did.
again, I'm
like,
saying Axel proposed this to their campaign manager. Just between the two of
Axel
them.
already said he doesn't want to.
Okay, alright.
I think if he brought up the idea, he might not just trust him. It's like his arch nemesis. I think
Yeah, I
if we
mean,
really,
Swix is basically my nemesis. I don't think he's going to want to talk to me about anything. I don't think he'll
Okay.
open the door for me, to be honest.
if you think we need to do that, we can. Or if you think just the four of us keeping an open eye out on something that they might be trying at the party itself, we can.
Just if they think they have somebody in, somebody on the inside here that's helping them count, they might let their guard down a little bit.
I think it's a really great idea, but only if Kale's comfortable doing it. I don't want you to risk yourself.
Yeah, we'll leave it to you, KO. You did a great job with the first phase of it, though.
Well, like Oona said, I didn't want to fail the quest, and I do want her to succeed. I know she's been wanting to be queen of Mudtown, so I'd hate for that goal to be dashed.
If you'd like, I can come with you as like a personal guard.
Excuse me, it's Queen of Sandtown, not
Oh,
Mudtown.
maybe with your help it can be Mudtown to get some more water and it can be a little bit. But you're right, Sandtown. No, I'll go by myself again. I'll see if I can go book an appointment with him. And I'll just act like super upset and just be like, I'll assure the party that I'll help keep the vote straight. Or not by straight, leaning hard left, but yes. All right, I'll go visit my boy again.
All right.
I'll cast Mage Armor before I do so.
Probably a good idea.
And blink, but that'd be a really awkward conversation trying to follow me around the room.
What are you doing?
Whoa, over here. What's going on? Up in the sky.
So you head up to that door.
And I'll give it the old goblin knock.
So you can hear Swix inside being like, "What the fuck are we gonna do?" And then he opens the door and is like, "What do you want?"
What is going on? I'm gonna like just storm in there and like slam the door behind me. What did I just watch? This was a disaster. He doesn't stand a chance. Whose idea was it for him to host a pool party?
Alright, look, we don't have
I thought you had handle on this. This is going in the report.
we don't have full control over King Rump. He's a little bit senile. He sometimes just kind of word vomits things that don't really make any sense, okay?
Who picked him as the stand-in?
Look, it's just he's from a very wealthy family, all right? It's
Oh, okay. I get that. No, this is important. Alright. Don't worry. I've got a plan. So, I think I can convince the party and the campaign manager to be some sort of middleman. Help facilitate the voting process at the pool party. And I can still salvage this. I'm gonna use my little dinger. What did I roll there?
You got a 19.
Oh, that's pretty low. Let me see. Hold on. What is my deception? 13. I rolled a 6. Oh, I'm gonna re-roll that with my quest here.
Okay, you can roll it, or no, I guess, would it be secret, or would you see it?
It wouldn't
I'll let you
matter.
see I'll see the reroll, yeah.
Alright, I'll click it then. Hopefully I just roll higher than 19 and playing a crit fail. Oh, 29, 10.
Much better.
So at first he's narrowing his eyes, and then he's like, that might work. Alright. Alright, I hear you.
Alright, well, enjoy yourself, act chill, act cool, do some socializing, do some schmoozing, try to band-aid the situation. And
Yeah.
I'll just keep a good face and I'll help in the back end, don't worry.
Okay, alright. And you're part of their party, so they're not going to oppose this, right?
Oh, I've already got it approved, red stamped and everything.
Okay, alright. We'll do that.
Alright, good work. I'll note this in the report.
Alright.
Then I'll leave.
Alright, well,
I'm
the
so
vote's
proud of you,
tomorrow.
Matt. I'm so proud of you.
I'm so glad I got your approval.
It's a
Mark.
good thing we
Finally,
brought
after
KL.
so many years, I have Mark's
Yeah.
approval.
It's a good thing you guys brought KL. I feel like KL's been instrumental in this.
He's been the
Mhm.
MVP.
I knew all
Well,
those
at least
skills
on the back end, obviously, it's been kind of Oona's quest. But
Yeah.
for this voter fraud thing, you've kind of needed KL.
I don't know, Dolgren could have done just as good. I believe in my.
He would have gone in there, taken off his armor, and go, "Do you find me attractive?"
Shot them to death, okay. Alright, I'm gonna go enjoy the pool party.
All right. Well, tomorrow is the big public voting party. You see some goblins are excavating out a pool, like an in-ground pool, and as they're doing it, they're like, "We don't have that much water. What are we gonna do?" Like they said pool, but I don't know how we're gonna make this a pool.
Make the pool party happen.
We need some kind of source of water.
It's almost like we have an endless supply with a decanter.
I show up with the decanter with my little sunglasses on, being like, pool party time.
Alright, so next day.
I'm gonna proceed to the voting.
Alright, so the next day, they're putting the party together. Does one of you want to fill the pool? Because they still don't know how they're going to fill it.
Raye will fill the pool with water using the decanter.
The
They'll
goblins
just
are
stand
all
there.
in awe of this incredible magical item.
You're the guy with the hose, just filling up the
Yeah.
inflatable pool.
Yeah.
He's got his foot on it to keep it there, and he's just like, boring.
Alright.
Oona is like creating food. She's like presentating it so it all tastes really good. And she's like saying hi to everyone as they come in.
King Rump is kind of in the back. He has a line of soldiers keeping the rabble away from him. He doesn't like having the common folk get near him.
No, Una's like shaking people's hands, giving them hugs, all the fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
Tath
Yeah,
is
yeah.
within weapons reach of her at all times.
Alright, so the voting begins. Kale, you're up there. You're up there with two goblins that have been assigned to be like the impartial people. And as people are coming up with their votes, they're handing in their votes. And the two goblins that are up there are taking them. You can clearly see what's written on the paper. And you can see that what's happening in the early moments, because the voting's gonna be all day, so you have a long time to formulate your strategy. But in the early moments of this, they take a vote, and it says the vote on it, and then it seems to be what they're doing is they'll take like a few, because there's like a lineup of people, right? So they'll take a few, and then they'll go like, blah, 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 blah. And then they'll go and mark a number on the board, and that number is frequently just like one more for Rump than Oona than it should be. And it's not immediately obvious to people because there's so many people trying to get their votes in that like they're just like piling up on the table. So it's not like instantly clear that the number is like one off or two off, and goblins aren't great at math either. And the goblins don't know who each other voted for either as well. So it's like you can see what's happening from up there. You
Okay.
can see they're slowly just kind of like subtly fudging the numbers as they come in.
Am I writing the votes down too, or am I just kind of watching?
You're like supervising. You're like the neutral supervising party. Yeah.
Okay.
Your job was to, I don't know what the agreement was that you would supervise. So that's what
Yeah.
you're doing.
Okay. So the goblins are like possibly kind of in on it. So I'm gonna just like step down from my supervising area. I'm obviously
Mhm.
high up in a perch. And I'm just gonna go consort with the party and be like, they're still sort of somewhat cheating. It doesn't seem as bad as probably it has been. Definitely King Rump is getting a couple more extra votes than he should be.
Well, KL, if there's a time to break your cover and start making them honest, now's the time. They can't exactly renounce you yet right now. They've
Okay.
already agreed to this. I'd say now's the time to blow the cover.
Maybe do it like not like go full like be gentle about it. Like don't just be
Oh,
like
be gentle.
you're cheating. Just be like, okay, we need to like
Tell them to keep honest with it and that it's part of the larger strategy. Maybe they won't catch on until it's too late.
Okay, I'm gonna like go up to one of the goblins and like, let's take a break. Let's go for a walk. I'll take one of like the voting goblins and pull
Okay.
them up.
You take one of the two voting goblins. Because there's two of them, right?
Mhm.
So he's like, okay, and he's gonna go with you.
All right, I'm gonna like pull him aside and then hunch down. 'Cause I'm a tall, slender elf, and be like, now why is it that I'm seeing that you're putting an extra vote for King Rump every time you pull those votes up? Can you please explain that to me? I'd love to understand.
What? I mean, that's like that's the gig, right?
Well, here's the thing. Not this time, no. You're going to write down the vote as they come in, not a number more, or I'm going to become very upset.
What? I don't understand why.
Because we are not about that anymore. We want a fair and honest system. So you're going to put whatever they are. Do you understand?
What the? Really?
Yes.
I mean, okay. Weird.
I know, it's hard for you to understand, but it
I mean,
better...
Is this coming from Greyskin?
Yes.
Alright.
He is very displeased. She's only going to be in power for a week. We're going to find a new face person. We need the goblins to think their system actually works just for a week. Then we'll find a better face man. She'll move on. We'll assume control. People will restore thought, and that it actually works.
That makes sense. So he'll head back up there, and he whispers to the other goblin. I'm like, really? Yeah. We're gonna whiff this one. We're gonna do something later. So they start counting the votes properly after that.
Nice. Great spin. Great spin, man.
Go back to my perch and put my sunglasses back on and put my foot in the pool. Supervising.
Alright, well, goblins are playing in the pool. Everyone's enjoying the delicious food magically provided by Oona. King Rump leaves halfway through because it's hot. He'll probably come back toward the end.
Raye starts spraying the decanter up in the air for everyone.
Kids love it.
Super soaker.
Oh yeah, no, people love it.
Eris is probably there, like playing beach party music somewhere.
You've got like 100 goblin children dancing in the fucking like fake rain you're making.
And I'm putting this like a caveat in the future. Once it looks like is about to announce the results, I want to like nuzzle myself up to the campaign manager, not ours but theirs. I want to get really close.
Okay. Yeah.
He's gonna chib you.
So he's intently watching. He's watching as the results are going up, and he's seeing that Oona is like way in the lead. It's like not even close, and he's like, "Yo, what the fuck is happening?"
Yeah, it looks like the party got to him or something. I'm gonna go have a word with them. Don't worry.
All right.
Yeah. And I'll just go back to my pool party. I want to be next to him when the results are announced.
Yeah. So it's near the end. They're about to declare the results.
Okay, perfect. And once they're about to declare the results, I'm gonna be like, well, I think we did a great job, and I just want you to let Grayscale know that Thunder's coming for him. Greyskin's coming for him. We're coming for Greyskin. Thank you. We're coming for Greyskin, and I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder and head out.
He Okay, so as you're walking away from him, oh no, he super misses. Okay, so he tries to shank you in the back, and his dagger like clips through the side of your cloak. He misses you even flat-footed.
Okay. I'm gonna war on it. If you try that again, I will smush your brain like a watermelon. Now leave.
He spits on your foot.
Damn slender elves.
Greyskin's gonna chew you guys up and spit you out. You'll pay for this.
Looking forward to it.
I'll storm away. And yeah, so they announce the results. They go, now, as is tradition, to inaugurate our new queen. Everyone's like cheering. Please welcome Elder Snaz. An old goblin comes out.
Whoa. God, look at that guy's
With a
tooth.
he's got a walking stick. And he's hobbling along, and he goes up to Oona, and he takes a fistful of some sand and throws it over Una's head, and goes, "Your new queen, Oona!" And everyone starts cheering and chanting your name. It doesn't look like King Rump's coming back to the party. Everyone who worked for King Rump has already gotten out.
Thank you, everyone. This has been amazing, truly. And I promise, as you're being a week as queen, I will do as much as I can for the Jasper Kingdom.
It's really hard.
Can't talk.
You've already won.
It's okay. You can already articulate better than the previous leader.
That's right.
Elder Snoz leans in close and says, "Welcome back to the fold, young Oona. May you lead us with wisdom and kindness." He begins to hobble away. He takes a handful of I don't know, like mashed potatoes or something from the just in his hand as like a snack for the road. So he's just holding mashed potatoes. He hobbles away. He maybe does,
Remind me not to eat those mashed potatoes.
He maybe does a little bit of like a snorts some mashed potatoes.
Gosh.
And off he goes. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
You're queen.
I'm queen.
Your administration of goblins come to ask you what you want them to work on and do. What are your proclamations as queen of the Jasper Kingdom?
Okay. So first, we gotta talk infrastructure. We gotta get these buildings more supported, and we gotta get more defenses. So, what kind of big monsters have been killed recently around here?
Oh, well, we've got a sandworm. It's kind of old that we've been working on excavating its body, but it's a little ways out. So we could ramp that back up. We're gonna have to pull funding out of some other stuff.
Okay. Well, as I am your queen, how much do you think funding we need for that?
Well, we need to eliminate something. We could defund education or law enforcement or the luxurious King's Palace that King Rump created.
Well, definitely the King's Palace. Let's completely
Oh,
cut
really?
that. Yeah,
Oh,
completely.
wow. Okay, well, if we cut the Royal Palace, that'll actually pay for all kinds of projects. All right.
Like school lunches and
Yeah.
healthcare.
All right, awesome. So we'll cut the King's Palace, and now we can fund all sorts of things. All right, so we'll start going on that. Wonderful. And suddenly you hear yelling out on the outskirts, and some goblin is running up the street. There's a mummy! There's another mummy! And the militia is like getting together. You see a bunch of goblins like grabbing spears. One of the goblins is like, "I can't do it again. Those things are horrifying." And
Uno will walk up to him and be like, "Leave this to us. You guys ready?"
Yep. What? Right with you.
Let's do it.
Wait, what? We're fighting mummies now?
We're fighting mummies.
Try not to get scared, guys.
Don't worry, I've got you covered.
I didn't sign up to fight mummies. Oh wow, look at that.
Okay.
All right, everyone stand within 15 feet of Tath.
That's what I've been trying to tell you this whole campaign.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. If you stay within 15 feet of Tath, then you will not be frightened.
Well, not as frightened at least.
Yeah, it's only frightened one, so
Oh, cool.
they've got like a 30-foot radius, frightened one, no save. So Tath just turns that off.
Nice. All the way within 15 feet, which I cannot promise I will.
Oh, look at that guy. Look at that guy.
What a
There he
beautiful
is.
boy.
All right, you get to the outskirts of the Jasper Kingdom where you see the mummy shambling forward. There's a few goblin corpses nearby. Look like they were maybe like sand farmers that have been just like all the moisture has been sucked out of them. They're all mummified. And they're all purple with like mummy rot.
Ooh.
All right, roll initiative.
Oh gosh, what are my spells even?
I mean, pretty much what you've been prepping, probably. So you guys probably aren't in the best spot for spells.
Guess who breaks ties? Then that's me.
Okay, why did you say it like
Because I never thought it would matter, and they just
Okay,
and look.
All right,
First hard
Kale,
day.
you beat the mummy.
All right, I'm gonna cast blink.
Good luck staying within 15 feet of me now.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. All right, and then I'm gonna
That was
move
the
up.
first mistake.
Gonna move up 10 feet and then see where fate. And I go. Oh, hello, Raye. Nice. To...
Hi.
All right. Time for the mummy. All right. Well, let's see here. Oh yeah, I need to get some people in range here. So, it's gonna move forward to right here, and is it everyone? I think it's absolutely everyone. Yep. I need will saves from the whole party. Okay, so you guys aren't frightened thanks to Tath, so you don't have a -1 on that. Ooh, everyone succeeded.
Nice.
Wow, you guys rolled really quite well.
Yeah, that was awesome.
No one rolled under a 17. Kale kind of like skirted just over the edge of it. So yeah, no one's paralyzed. Sweet. Um, so yeah, let's see. It reaches out with its arms and lets out a howling sort of screech. And then it exhales a 60-foot cone of superheated sand. So that's a 60-foot cone. Definitely gonna get everybody.
Mhm.
So that's gonna be a reflex save from everyone.
I'm gonna reload. I'm gonna reroll that.
I'm gonna reload that. Too.
Let me just reload that save file.
That's really
Okay.
what Infinity Airborne should be, reloading a save.
So Oona and Tath get a normal success. Kale and Raye get a normal failure. It's a basic save. So, that's fire damage, and that is slashing damage.
Okay, I'm going to Glimpse of Redemption. Oh wait, Kale's already got resistance to damage because of Blink, right?
A resistance 5 to all damage. Would that trigger twice? Once for the fire and once for the sand? Or like how does that work?
No.
No,
What damage?
it's one instance. It's
Okay.
just the type is split.
Yeah,
So
resistance
I'll-
5, yeah.
I will Glimpse of Redemption to protect Raye, and because this guy is undead, it's 7 plus my level rather than 2.
Okay.
Tath is level 7, so you only take 19 total.
Unless he decides that he doesn't want to.
Yeah, or unless he decides he wants to deal no damage to Raye.
No, he definitely is incapable of feeling remorse for his actions, so
Okay.
he becomes enfeebled too.
Okay. So Tath and Oona take half that.
Yep. So Tath and Oona would take half of the total, which is 33, so half of it's going to be 16, I believe. Unless I'm an idiot.
Math checks out.
I didn't mean to do that. Wrong one. So,
Tath died.
I'm okay.
Alright, oh yeah, one last thing I have to roll. Oof, that's going to be a while. Jeez. Alright. Big, long recharge on his sandstorm thing.
Good.
Alright, Oona.
Oh, it looks like you muted Gwen, maybe?
Yeah,
I'm
you're
very
muted.
excited. I don't hear anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unlike per usual, where I would have prepped spells for combat, I did not. At all.
Alright.
How about those
Yeah.
those natural heals that you get though?
Create
Yeah.
some water for
Yeah, you
him.
have a bunch of those.
We have some
Throw
heals,
some
so-
water at him.
Yeah, throw some
Throw some water.
food. Throw some food.
God. Okay, so he is.
She's a mummy.
It's just a mummy.
That's just a mummy.
I'm gonna 2-action throw a heals at him. Because he's
Cool.
undead, right? Yeah, that's how this works.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go.
He gets a fort save, I believe.
Yep.
And it doesn't add the 34. It's just gonna be.
Just the
Because
40
It's yeah. So it's well plus. No, yeah, just the 40d10, right? So
Is it? I thought I added some things to it because it's second. Okay.
I think when it's damage, it doesn't get improved. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Well, the wiki.
So 20 damage. And it's a fort save. What's your DC?
If you
26.
didn't want to move, you could do the 3-action heal and it'd be just as effective.
You
Mhm.
could do the 3 action.
Right.
I would have done
Yeah,
that
go
'cause I
ahead.
thought I got
Okay.
ability to do it.
So what's the fort what's your DC?
My DC is 26.
Okay. I didn't mean to hit it twice. Anyway, it looks like he takes no damage, but you healed the party for 9 plus 4 plus 7 plus 2 from your staff, I think.
So
Does it-
22 with the.
Yeah, it'd be 22 healing for everybody because of the staff.
Then plus
that-
1 extra for KL for the beads, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Is Soma peeing on the bed?
I think he was about to.
Uh-oh.
Thank you for stopping him. How is he able to get up there?
I don't know. I think he's just jumping.
He's a jumper.
Oh, my goodness.
I should
Okay.
just been jumping hops since they were 6 days old.
All right.
It does say under a heal, if you're healing a living creature, increase the points restored. So it's not.
Yeah. I'm gonna do this just so that I'm keeping everyone the same distance from each other, but I just don't want you guys backed up right against a wall like that.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, Raye.
Raye is going to cast Divine Wrath.
Okay.
I need a fort save from it.
Okay.
Against. Okay, so he failed and took 18 good damage. And he's also sickened 1.
Pretty good damage.
Mm-hmm.
He is not immune to sickened. Wow. Okay.
Isn't he the embodiment of sickened? He's pretty sick.
And he's
Did it seem to be extra effective, the good damage?
It didn't. No.
No. Okay.
That's generally gonna be like demons and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. And then I will cast my Halo as well.
All right. Tath.
Tath is going to use her turn, so I'm going to release one hand from my halberd and pop the cork on the water skin that contains my liquid armor and spend all 3 actions letting that flow up my body and harden again.
Okay. So yeah, you're donned.
Yep.
Alrighty. And KL.
I'm gonna say my mind. I wonder what secrets you hold in that little rotten mind of yours. And I'm going to cast Psycholysis on them. 4th level.
Ooh.
I come prepared. Politics always need a 4th level Psycholysis. Never leave home. Never leave home without a 4th level Psycholysis when you go shop. Oh, I passed. He only takes 28 damage because he passed. And I take, oh my god, 8.
Yeah, keeps going up. It's really funny.
And I'm gonna move here and then see where fate takes.
Oh my god. You should move a little closer to Tath because
1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, I'm off the map. I'm over.
That's 15 feet.
oh,
still.
you're just within
No,
range.
I'm 1 square.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's actually there because of how his
Yeah.
thing works.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Gale.
I'm fighting 1 till I can get back.
We knew this was a possibility.
Well, it's gonna move forward. It's passing through your attack of op there, Tath.
I don't have an attack of op because I've only got 1 hand on my weapon.
Alright. Okay, it's gonna attack. It's gonna attack Oona.
Ow.
Yep. That will crit.
Glimpse of Redemption.
Okay. Oh wait, it's sickened. So it's actually 30.
And Enfeebled too.
35 still
Does
crits.
Sickened stack with Enfeebled?
No. So it's
Then
34.
34.
Both
34
status.
still crit.
Yeah,
You need to
her
up your
AC is,
AC,
like,
Oona.
awful.
You really do.
Throw a rune on your shoes or something.
She's got a rune. It's just
Oh.
that her dex is only 3 and she's trained. She's not expert in armor. She doesn't wear armor.
I don't wear armor.
She's a cleric.
Yeah.
So yeah. So he'll crit you. At least the damage of this is not really like the worst. It's only like 24.
And reduced by 14.
Yeah, reduced to 14. Wait, what?
By 14 because
By
it's
14.
7 plus
Oh,
my
yeah.
level.
Yeah.
Wait, how much damage am I taking?
10.
10. Okay, thank you.
-2 from the he's
Oh
enfeebled.
wait, so that would be 10 times 2 is 20 minus 14 would be 6.
Yep, you take 6.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all for a crit. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
84.
And then -6. Okay, here we go. Yeah, math is not my strong suit. So.
Sorry, there was some weird shit going on with Tath's abilities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Anyway, I need you to make a Fortitude save against Insidious Mummy Rot.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm
Uh,
gonna.
Do you want to hero point that?
I'm here reporting.
Okay.
Oh.
Yikes. There's the hero point for you. You're rolling worse.
Cool.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So crit failed,
Mhm.
which puts you to stage 2.
You do have remove curse at some point, right?
It's just a little mummy rot.
So stage 2, is gonna be this. Okay. You take 28 negative damage. That damage can't be healed until the Mummy Rot curse is removed from you.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a curse, not a disease.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, so 28 damage. It's a disease that's also a curse. You have to remove the curse in order to heal the damage. You're also stupefied 2. Which is -2 to all mental, like, will saves and your, like, spell DCs and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that doesn't tick again. That's just for the day. So you have 28 less health, and you're stupefied 2 for the day, and you'll take 86 more damage tomorrow if the curse isn't removed.
So your
and,
temporary
like,
max is 62 then.
It doesn't actually lower your max. It's just damage that can't be healed.
But you can't be healed beyond 62 is what I mean.
Yeah,
Right now.
basically. Okay, well, he hit once. Now he's gonna try to hit Tath.
You've got as much health as KL, hey!
Because Oona already has the Mummy Rot, so... Alright, Tath. That's with a minus... Give me a sec.
If it's minus
agile,
anything, it
but-
misses.
Yeah, it'll miss. Okay. So, let me just... take that down. Alright, Oona.
Okay, so this is a curse, right?
Yeah, well, you have a disease and you have a curse.
Okay.
Basically how it works is the curse prevents you from healing any damage dealt by the disease. The disease does damage and stupefies you. So if you remove the disease, you'll stop taking damage, you'll stop being stupefied, but you won't be able to heal that damage back until you remove the curse.
Okay.
It's
Well,
like
then
two different things. The disease is making you stupefied, and it'll do more damage to you each day. It's not going to do any more damage today. The curse just makes it so that damage cannot be healed.
Okay. So the disease won't do any more damage today, is what you're saying.
No, the disease is just
No.
making you stupefied, too.
Okay. The disease just makes you stupefied. Okay, I'm gonna remove disease.
Okay. How are you? Is that prepared, or are you doing the Divine Sucker or whatever?
The Divine Stalker.
Incorrect. This is it.
Channeled Succor.
Hey, you were close though.
You remove conditions with Divine Grace. You sacrifice a heal spell you prepared in your extra slots from Healing Font. So yeah, one of your free heals.
Oh, wow.
What level of free heal are you sacrificing?
I only have level 4 free heals. So.
Oh, well that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna try to counteract this disease. You're gonna make a, basically a spellcasting attack roll is the equivalent. I mean, it's your proficiency plus your mod, so it's you know, it's gonna be the same as whatever your spellcasting attack roll is.
Okay, so it's plus 16.
Uh,
But you're stupefied, so it's.
I'm
minus-
it's actually gonna be plus 14. Yeah, so it's 1d20 plus 14.
Nice!
Oh, that will do it. Alright, you counteract the disease. So, remove disease. Let me check here. Okay. It's actually the counteract rules is what I need. So it's gonna, like, because you're at stage 2, it's gonna decrease the disease to stage 1, I believe. Let me check here. God, I need to find the general rules for it. It's so hard to find shit sometimes. Like, it really is.
You know what you really need is some DM screen.
I really do, yeah. I really need just a thing that's like, here's all the stuff.
It'd be the biggest DM screen ever.
Yeah.
Or like really tiny print, and you have to pull up magnifying glass to be like,
It's actually my #1 complaint about Pathfinder 2. It's a great
There's
game.
so many general rules that
Did
are not
she-
listed along with the other rules.
Did
Yep.
she succeed or crit succeed?
She only succeeded.
Counteract the target of its counteract level is no more than 1 level higher than your effect's counteract level.
Alright, well, no, I know about that.
Oh, okay.
What I mean, and that works. But what does counteracting a disease actually do? And I know there's rules for it. It's the thing. It says, like, okay,
Yeah, the spell doesn't specify. It just says you purge diseases.
it
Purges
says you
diseases.
counteract it, which is a thing. Okay, I found it. I thought I found it. This is an absolute nightmare. This is what I'm talking about, where, like, okay, I'm just gonna Google counteract disease because it's the SRD is making.
I looked
This is what
up
I'm like,
PF2
it just-
counteract.
Yeah, it just.
Would have just
It
be
just
gone?
grinds the game to a fucking halt, man. It just grinds the game to a halt. Okay. Does counteract just get rid of it? Typically, counteracting an effect ends it unless otherwise noted. Why am I so sure that there was a thing about making it, like, go down a stage? I was so certain
That was
about
like treat.
There are spells like
the
treat
medicine
poison.
treat disease does that.
Yeah.
Oh, like treat disease and treat poison. But so this is not like that. Okay, yeah, it actually makes it go away. I'm sorry I got caught in a rabbit hole. That was just like.
Oh,
this
that's no
game
problem.
is
This
so
is good stuff
clunky.
for us to know that, like, so the next one next time will go smoother
Yeah.
when we encounter this.
It's just so crunchy.
Yeah,
There's
we
so
knew
much
this was
shit.
going to be a learning experience.
Yeah. Okay, so you did it because your spell level is 4. The level of the effect. Basically, when you do a spell, it doubles your level, right? So it's effectively a level 8 counteract because spells are. Because it's compared to, like, the challenge level.
If you
of
don't
the
know what
creature.
what the effect level is, they say take the creature's level and divide it in half.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you definitely succeeded there. So you no longer have mummy rot. You're not stupefied anymore, and you won't take any more damage tomorrow. But the 28 damage you took can't be healed until the curse is removed.
Okay. How many actions was that?
Remove disease is just 2 actions.
2 actions? Okay. Well then I will...
Sorry, everyone.
No problem.
It's so complicated, some of this shit.
Will... I guess... I'm gonna touch my staff to him. Can I do that for a 1-action heal on him?
Yeah, you can 1-action heal him.
Okay, I'm gonna... 2nd level 1-action heal.
Okay, with your staff.
With my staff.
Okay. So it won't be 7, it would just be 5. But he probably crits that.
Well, I don't think he crits.
2.
32.
2, yeah.
No, he doesn't crit it.
So he takes
2 damage.
2 damage.
Alright, Raye.
Alright. Raye is going to cast.
Purple dots for the curse.
Raye is casting Searing Light, a 3rd level spell. So.
Oh, hold on.
Crit.
Everybody, just give me a sec. I fucked everything up.
Uh-oh.
The disease and damage inflicted by it can't be removed until the curse is healed.
Oh.
Does Channeled Sucker have remove curse?
Yes.
Yeah, it does. So I would have just removed the curse.
So you just removed the curse. So you still have the disease, but you removed. The purple dot will be mummy rot.
Okay.
So you're still whatever.
Stupefied.
You had an icon for stupefied. You can put that back. All right, my bad. So the curse is gone. So now the disease and damage dealt by it can be healed. I misread that. Again, this game is fucking dense. All right, continuing with Searing Light. Wow, what a good hit.
So that's 36. It's 13 fire, and then it's undead, correct?
Yeah.
So it takes an additional 5d6 good damage. So hold on, let me roll that. Alright, so it's an additional 15 good damage. All of which I assume is doubled for the crit.
Mm-hmm. You definitely crit him, yeah.
Wow.
There we go. Good damage.
Alright.
Did the fire seem to do any extra damage?
Oh, it's fire, isn't it?
Yep.
First half of it is.
Yeah, let me get that in
Yeah,
there.
the,
My
the
bad.
13 is
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, damn.
Extra fire damage. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
good to
burnable.
know.
He's a burnable boy.
Mummies are
Nice.
weak to fire damage. Yeah, they're flammable.
And Oona is now healable since the curse is gone, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Alright.
Still has a disease, but can
So
be
Raye
healed.
will reach out and heal Oona with a 4th level spell. So this is 48 plus the halo plus my staff. Plus 10. Alright, Oona gets 25 back.
Oh, thank you.
And that's my turn.
All right, Tath.
All right, Tath will regrip her halberd, and I will swing at this thing. I'll go for a trip first. So athletics. Let's see. I get +1 for my weapon, so 19.
No.
Okay. And then swinging my halberd.
Actually, that's a crit fail with a trip.
I'll use my free hero point for that then. If
Okay.
there's a crit fail effect. Is there a crit fail effect on it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you fall down, isn't it?
You either you fall down or you drop your weapon.
Okay, well 33.
Yeah. Okay, so that'll do it. That'll trip him.
Okay. And then swinging at him with my halberd, just like sweep it and then bring it down on him. So let's see, mental math, -5, 28.
You'll hit him.
Cool.
Yeah, you fall prone for crit failing.
Or you can drop the weapon. If you use the trip weapon, you can choose to drop the weapon instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a
like the
17.
effect of all the weapons that have like combat maneuver things.
Yeah, 17 damage on him.
Alright, KL.
Alright, I'm gonna move up right next to Tath, and then I'm gonna fireball the mummy.
Okay.
Gonna scorch our eyebrows. Did Tath only use 2 actions? Attack, trip, and attack?
Regrip, trip, attack.
Oh, right. Okay.
Alright, so you fail, so 23 fire, and then any additional fire damage.
Wow.
He's like 1 health.
Wait, hello?
Oh, it's so close to dead, too.
Alright, well, he's gonna get up. And then he's gonna try to touch Tath.
Miss.
I'm gonna try again.
Miss.
I'm calling roll 20 on that.
Okay.
That's minus a
five.
lot. It probably misses.
Misses,
It's
yep.
minus 4, minus 1, minus. Yeah.
2 for feeble.
Yeah, it's gonna be -6 total.
Yeah, he just misses a lot. He can't get.
He
can't
stood
get
up
to
on
you.
his first action, anyways.
I like that. I call roll 20 on that.
Yeah, that's
Alright,
fine.
alright, Oona.
1-800 roll 20. Hey, hey, fix your shit.
Maybe it's
That's a
sneaky
damage
again.
roll. Roll 20.
Okay, I'm just gonna touch this guy.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll just 3 action. Might as well heal KL while I'm at it.
Oh, thanks.
Alright.
Oh, it's not a great roll.
Well, we'll see if he crits his save.
Oh my god.
Oh!
That's -1 for sickened.
Oh, so he does not crit it.
Una,
Oh.
Una also has -2 to her save, though.
Oh, 'cause- yeah.
So I
but
think
that my saves or my...
it hits your saves as well, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that sucks.
So he crits.
Well, I tried.
You and KL both get healed.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. How much I get? 12?
14.
Oh, 14. Nice. Take it.
+1.
Alright.
Alright.
Raye will follow in the steps of KL and fireball his mother.
Oh my
I got 2
god.
more fireballs. We can keep doing this all day, mummy man.
Alright, I'm assuming that's a pass, but he takes half damage.
Yeah, you'll get him.
Okay,
We
nice.
can do this all day, mummy.
Alright. So Oona, you got rid of the curse, but your flesh is all like purple.
I'm gonna try to get rid of the disease now.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Raye can help you with that, too. If you're not able to.
She's still got the divine succor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've got
with
remove disease on
even
Raye, too.
even with the -2 from stupefied, you are able to counteract the disease, and you with your divine magic you will it to go away.
Nice.
Yeah. Divine light sheds all the purple bleh from your skin, and you feel better now. You're not stupefied anymore. You won't be taking any more damage. So yeah, now I understand how mummy rot works in this game. Mummy rot is actually a disease and a curse. It's like a disease which does damage and stupefies, and then it's a curse which prevents you from getting rid of the disease
Mm,
or
it's
healing
horrible.
the damage.
That
you
is
have to get,
so horrible.
Takes a little longer to get rid of it in combat.
yeah, you have to get rid of the curse, and then you can cure the disease.
Awful. What a monstrous ability that is.
Little sneak peek from the mummy lord to come. Get ready.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When you return to the town, people are cheering. They're cheering. They're shouting thunder, and they're shouting Oona. They're very happy.
Tath's just wondering where King Rump was with his spear and shield coming out to fight the mummies.
They don't know nothing about that. He doesn't know nothing about spears and shit.
I heard he's the best.
I heard he's the
That's what people say.
Many people say that. It's a fact.
I'm starting to feel like that's bullshit.
I'm glad I didn't offend anyone with this quest.
No,
Oh no, we are. I think we're all like on a similar political spectrum. I try to keep politics
honestly-
out of the stream, but it's.
No, I do, but I'll say that I'm honestly at the end of my rope with things to the point where if I did actually offend someone in this group with this quest, I might just not play with them anymore. If we have any
Nah.
red hats in here, like I'm so done. I'm so done. with this. I'll leave it at that.
Even though it's still an impeccable accent.
I wasn't even doing an impression.
Your
I was
impersonation was dead on though. Like with
Yeah, it was.
you did a good job.
I
of
mean,
that.
I wasn't doing a voice. I was just doing the way he talks.
You chose words. You chose the best words.
The best word.
Everybody
It's
does that.
It's just fucking nonsense.
Like I said, the best words.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well, some people hoist Oona up onto a palanquin and carry her off to manage the Jasper Kingdom's affairs. Queen Oona for a week.
Yay!
Queen Oona!
Well, I know how Una's spending her next week of downtime.
Yeah, pretty much.
Going around with their flex tape.
So Oona, your security advisors are gonna kind of give you a briefing on what's been going on with Greyskin.
Okay.
They're gonna kind of tell you what they know about this growing threat out in the Barrens. So, Miss Oona, if you have a moment, we'd like to speak with you briefly.
Absolutely.
The information that we have on Greyskin the Uniter, also known as Greyskin the Stained or Tainted, is as such. We believe that he was a goblin born into a wild tribe, but that he was himself awakened. The word is that he escaped, but wasn't able to survive in the desert alone. Sometime after his departure from his wild tribe's home, when he would have, or should have, perhaps, dehydrated or otherwise fallen in the desert, we believe he made a deal with Yog-Sothoth, the god of madness, fire, and death. Many wild tribes pay tribute to Yog-Sothoth, but what Greyskin has seems to be something more akin to a connection, something like an avatar of Yog-Sothoth. It's possible that with his dying breath he cursed his own family, and that sort of visceral hatred would have attracted the god of madness to him. He's been granted supernatural power and strength, made much taller than the other goblin with long, spindly limbs, and he's extremely strong, reportedly able to lift boulders, swing around an enormous weapon that many goblins would have trouble even lifting. The hue of his skin also does not seem to be by birth. It's to be composed mostly of ash. The going theory is he returned home and burned his family, and Yog-Sothoth may have painted him with the ash of his former family as a sort of symbol of his loyalty. He has a lot of very interesting markings all over his skin. This, too, we believe, is a symbol of his faith and devotion to Yog-Sothoth. A lot of this information that we have comes from insiders in that tribe, because we do know for a fact that he did defeat his father and kill him and take over, and that was the first wild tribe that he conquered. From there, he has moved out, combining more wild tribes into his empire. We don't know what his end goal is, but in the immediate future, he seems to want to expand and eventually have all of goblin kind serving under him. At that point, he'll probably launch some kind of attack on the allied kingdoms.
Okay, he needs to be stopped. I will speak to my party members, see if there's something we could work out. For the meantime, we need to try to protect Jasper Kingdom. What measures are we taking right now?
Well, as you instructed, we're fortifying things. We've started building a wall. We've begun to fortify a lot of our structures. Here's all the information we have. He hands you some parchment on just like everything they've learned about Greyskin. Going through it, a name stands out to you. It seems like the tribe chief that he defeated to take over his first tribe that he then kind of expanded out from, that chief's name was Gring.
Oona's eyes kind of widen. She's like, there's no way. There's no way.
This is all we know. I mean, a lot of it's rumor and speculation, but we do know that he's an avatar of Yogg-Sothoth, and that his father, Gring, that he killed him to take over the tribe and then started to expand from there.
If this is true... Is that true? Is that for certain? You know that. Like, that's not joking around. Like, that's real.
We're relatively certain.
No. I need to talk to my party members. Please leave me. She like shoo them out.
Of course. They get out. So some goblins will bring the party. They'll like go and get them, bring them to your quarters.
So how are you settling in, Queen Oona?
Not.
They said... Go ahead.
Say not as well as expected. I found they told me all they know on Greyskin.
What seems to be bothering you?
They said that he killed his father to take over the tribe, and the father's name was my father. Greyskin's my brother.
Oh.
Are you sure? There could be other goblins named the same as your father.
I guess so, but it's about the right time. Me and my twin brother, Ankh, we ran away from our tribe the same night. We got separated.
So is Grayscale Ankh?
I mean, if this is true, because this says that he went back and he killed his father, the tribe leader, which is, Oona just kind of starts pacing around like, no, I mean, it couldn't have been him. Ankh he was like me, we were awakened, we didn't want to be like the goblins, like our family, we wanted to, that's why we ran away.
Raye walks up to Oona and takes her hand. He says, "It's okay, Oona. We'll figure this out together. When's the last time you've seen your brother?"
It was when we ran away that day. We ran away and he was trying, he ran so that way they'd follow him, and then I got away.
Do you remember how long ago that was?
It was right before I joined the guild.
Do we know how long Greyskin has been active?
When you go through the paperwork, the timing checks out. It seems like he usurped his father and took the tribe like weeks after you joined the guild. Maybe like a week later.
When I was in the sand, when I was trying to survive, that was one thing this all came to me. So, if that's when this god came to him and tainted him,
Seems you two were both chosen by different gods.
We'll find him.
For those curious, here's Yogg-Sothoth, the blind idiot. Also called the Wildfire and the Laughing God. Presiding over madness, monsters, and mindless, thoughtless evil. Entropy incarnate.
We'll find him, Oona. And when we do, maybe we can help him. We can bring him back
maybe.
from what he's become.
And if this is truly Ankh, if this is truly my brother, I don't know.
Well, if anyone can reach him, it's gonna be you.
Maybe he must think I'm dead, or what if he thinks I've betrayed him by joining the guild? I never wanted any of this. I never...
We won't know until we find him. It'll be okay, Oona.
We'll be there, right there with you to support you.
After I get things settled here, I have to go looking for him. I have to find him.
We will. Together.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
We'll be right there with you.
And if the family drama gets you down, you can always wear a disguise. That's what I'd.
Gosh.
Alright, well, there you go. That will conclude today's session.